Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I know I'm late, I was doing some tea, ragazzi, la camomilla, no, I was doing some tea, calma. Yeah, today's long intro. You know it, since I'm not drinking coffee anymore, I need something warm like the crazy Mercato. Mercato is crazy. How many people? You see, today we don't start with 50 people. Today, because there was a long intro, we start immediately with more than 200 people that are waiting to have some updates about Andrea Cambiaso. I start immediately with a boom. Ragazzi, what can we do? Immediately, boom. Today, he was already in the morning not training with the team. Sometimes it happens that for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, they are doing differentiated work before joining the team, which means everything is okay. The problem is that at 1:30 p.m. Italian time, Thiago Motta went in front of microphones and he confirmed that that Andrea Cambiaso will not be there tomorrow for the game against Benfica. And here we open the Pandora box. Here we start speaking about the case Cambiaso. Are there the last days of Andrea Cambiaso? Was Napoli-Juve the last game of Cambiaso? I see already Mitch in the chat is saying bye-bye Cambiaso. Bye-bye Cambiaso. Nino Sport, ciao Beppe, glad you are late because I was as well. You see, at least we have a bit of time for the people to enter. Let me see who is in the chat before speaking. And now, but you know what's the problem? Because I was doing some tea, there was the music, I was enjoying my time, I was in a chill mode, and now I have to catch up, and now I have to go into the mood of the live. Ciao Loca Loves Pompey. You change your name from Locatelli to Loca Loves Pompey. Beppe, I'm so sad, I can't come to the live, but remember, you are the goat. He's already gone. And then we have Loco Juventino. I will be here at 22. Ciao Leonardo. Ciao Shadow, Stavros, Matthew. Ciao Matej. We have also Bogdan, live marathon. No, we start at 10 and we will see when we end. I cannot promise you that it will be a short one because you know how it goes. James Stanislavski. Maria is there as well. It's a long time ago that we didn't see you in live. Ciao Maria. Ciao Tema, ciao grande, ciao Junior Ma, Salvatore is there as well. Good morning, Juventini of the world. Unfortunately, the 70 million will be used to balance the books and don't expect any purchase from that. I believe that the purchase has already been done. I think so, but we'll speak about that as well. I think it's already there, the purchase. Ciao Bebo, ciao Pecci, ciao Beppe, ciao ragazzi. With the 70 million, we should get back Huijsen and invest. If we take Huijsen, guys, if we take back Huijsen for much more than we sold him, because don't forget that we sold him for extremely cheap, that would be strange, no? That would be extremely strange. Danilo tribute in the background. Yeah, for a few days I believe that he will stay there, maybe until tomorrow. Tomorrow is match day, then we don't focus about the players, but we focus about the team as a whole, and Danilo is not part of the team anymore, so then we will remove. He will have a spot, of course, sometimes here in the background that I need to change. Guys, yes or no, do I need to change the background? Tell me. It's time to change a bit. Buffon here. I always put here a bit, some captains, Chiellini, you have Del Piero, here you have Baby Marchisio from Turin Giants, you have Buffon twice. Maybe it's time to change a bit. I changed here the shirts today with only the first team shirts from this season. I have the home, the away, the third, and then the training kit. And then you have a Danilo at the moment with Tutto Sport. I love because I'm doing the papers. So maybe it's time to change it. Put Juve legend. But Neville, more than that, it's difficult. You even see here, if you have a good eye, you can even see here the book of Gianluca Vialli that is with the captain. So the legends is difficult to do more than that. Who else? Who are we missing as legends in the wall? Buffon, Chiellini, Del Piero, Marchisio. We have Vialli. That's already a lot of legends, no? I believe so. I think so. Pavel Nedved. I have a shirt of Pavel Nedved. And maybe I should remove now the Buffon shirt because we have the book and fold the shirt of Nedved. Yeah, that could be a good one. I agree with you guys. You see that I agree? You see that I'm not a difficult person sometimes? Platini, actually Platini is there. You don't see him, but Platini is there. So we have the spirit of Platini as well in the wall. Shirea is not there now, but Shirea is here. Scirea is here. Scirea is here. Il nostro Scirea by Tuttosport and Guido Bassiago. Really, really, really nice book, and with a lot of images from that period with the papers about him. Not only images, of course, but you have some stories that explain really well who was the man Scirea. I have Barzagli, not a shirt, but I have a GJustjuve shirt signed by Barzagli. But because it's a black shirt with a golden signature, you don't really see it. So it's difficult to put it in the wall because people will know. We will not see Barzagli, even if the spirit will be there. He is in the wardrobe here. Who else do we have? Trezeguet. I have a shirt of Trezeguet. Yeah, I have Dybala. Yes, of course, I have Dybala. I need only, no, I will not make a wall of Dybala, especially because he's still a player from Roma. It would be strange if we play a Juve Roma and then Dybala scores and the shirt is there. It would be really, really strange. Kaby Lame. Let's go with Kaby Lame. We have, but I'm not sure if I will buy the shirt of Colomwani now, as we know that Colomwani is at the moment just on loan. Christian Poulsen from Colo 99. Let's go with Christian. I don't have the shirt. I don't have shirt from Alexandro. I don't have shirt from Bernardeschi, and also not from Christian Poulsen. There are a few that I don't have shirts. Alessandro Matri, I did an interview with him, so I could possibly do a screenshot of that interview, but I don't have any item related to Alessandro Matri. No. I have something from Baggio, guys, but it's a videotape cover with... I don't know where it is, guys. But it's anyway a video from World Cup 94 where you see Baggio like that after missing the penalty. I'm not sure if that would be a nice one for him. I'm not sure if he would be happy with that. Giovinco is there, but you don't see him. Look, there, he's there. Giovinco. You have physically Giovinco there in the wall, but he's under the wall, so you can't see him. You can't see Giovinco. Attenzione. Arthur is a good name. Arthur is not there, but we pay him. Arthur is not there, but we pay him. Would love to have the glasses of Edgar Davids. The glasses of Edgar Davids. Beautiful. Beautiful. Next to Chico. Vidal, yeah, but okay, I don't have anything from Vidal. I'm not sure. It's a small wall, guys. It's not a huge wall. The glasses of Giuntoli. Let's see what he will do with the next Mercato before going with the glasses of Giuntoli. Put Jonathan David there, Beppe. Yeah, but not now. We have to wait a bit. Ciao Alessio, grande Alessio. Ciao Sasha. You know that yesterday, because on Instagram, if you go on the story of Instagram, you will see who are the 3 guests of Thursday. And when I was asking who you want as guests, some people told me, no, one person told me, we want Sasha live. Prepare yourself, Sasha. They want you live, Sasha. Okay, guys, I see that you are in big form, 350 people to speak about the wall of Beppe. I'm not sure if you will stay longer. So let's move into the topics, the huge big topics. The Allegri jacket, yeah, that would be really nice. That would be really nice, with also the cigar of Lippi, so that my house is smelling like cigar and my wife will kill me. We can do all these kind of things. Yes. No, it was not Saraz. It was not Saraz. So let me cook. Let me cook with the first one. With our friend, saying Inter Draghetta explain. Is Inter in danger of Federazione Italiana Gioco Calcio? Thank you for the donation. Explaining Inter Draghetta now is difficult. First of all, you know that I am not like a lot of people that were against Juve going and jumping into conclusion before the verdict has been said. So I always pay attention, try to be careful, because, you know, I would have appreciated a lot of more people would have done that with Juve before going to process. So that's really important. And then explaining you in detail everything what happened will take too many people, too many times. Sorry. So it makes no sense. On the other side, yeah, they were apparently always use the pay attention words, but apparently some connections between supporters, ultra from Inter that had some affiliation, some connections with the Malavita, with the 'Ndrangheta, with the kind of mafia from Italy that were managing ticketing, asking for more tickets, resale of ticket, merchandising, all the surroundings of the stadium, parking, coffee shops, and etc., 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 were apparently, according to them or some of them, the club was absolutely informed about it, which is absolutely illegal, and they were even giving their agreement. Are they in danger? Look, Gravina spoke, and he said, we need to pay attention, we need to take time to understand there are investigations that are ongoing, which is totally correct according to me. But then on the other side, I remember a few months ago when Juventus was with the Plusvalenza case, etc., etc., he was extremely proud that he went extremely fast, because he said it publicly in front of microphones. We are extremely fast because people are blaming us that we were fast in taking a decision, but this is how football should act. We have no time to wait 8-10 years for a court decision, for all these things, so we go fast and we took a decision. We are extremely proud about that, while now for Inter they take their time. So I believe that what they are doing now for Inter is absolutely correct. What they were doing for Juve was not correct, but it's not the first time. Are they in danger? Look, if they did something wrong, I hope yes. If they didn't do something wrong, I hope not. Whoever it is. If they did something wrong, I don't think, with my experience of Serie A that I'm following since I'm a kid, I don't think that Inter will be in danger. I hope I answered really well that question. Unfortunately, not that much in detail. So, Cambiaso. Ragazzi, do we go to Cambiaso? Can we go? Is it time to go to Cambiaso? So at least people, they have now what they were asking for. Let's go chronologically. Chronologically, we can say that this morning, Giovanni Albanese, he started after the goodbye to Danilo, because he went to the airport to go to Brazil probably. He started to post the videos of the training sessions. You know that before Champions League, you always have 15 minutes of open training session for the journalists that are there for Champions League games only. Today I spoke also with someone that was there, my friend Elvin De Fazio, that I also had on the phone for like 15 minutes today. He spoke about Mercato with me, but he was also assisting there, so he really told me and confirmed me that in these 15-20 minutes, the time that you leave the stadium, Andrea Cambiaso was doing differentiated work in the gym, so he was not there. He was asking himself, will he be called up or not, because that second part is not available to the journalists. Sometimes they come back and they train. Cambiaso didn't, and we had that confirmation in press conference with Thiago Motta. What else can I say before really entering the Cambiaso topic is that Elvin also told me that he saw a really good atmosphere with a lot of players, with management. Everyone was in good mood, smiling, but also preparing seriously that game. So it was not what we saw this morning on Corriere dello Sport. Let me check if I can refresh that page. That were telling us, attenzione, we have a problem here, maybe. I need maybe to start back. Okay, here we saw the first page of Corriere dello Sport that was telling us Juve Vigilia Avvelenata, which means pre-day of the game or pre-game toxic day before. Not the day after, but the day before. So toxic environment the day before, which Elvin Ted Beppe, I didn't feel that, at least in these 15-20 minutes that we were in. I even saw Dusan Vlahovic smiling. He was in big form. He was smiling. They were joking with their teammates. Then, of course, I know that the most controversial between you, they will say, why are they smiling? Why are they in good mood after the loss against Napoli? They should think only about the field and they should not smile. They should only play football. Look, I knew it. I knew that the comment would come. So, I know you too well, guys. I anticipate you. I knew it. Here, smiling after the 2-1 defeat. State of them. For FFS, I knew. Guys, I knew you so good. It's incredible. Huh? I anticipated Marco because I knew that it would come. Guys, it's not because you lost the game that, when was it? On Saturday, that on Tuesday you cannot smile a bit, no? Then that we start smiling and celebrating and being happy like everything, like nothing happened after the game. I don't agree. The day after in training session, you should have a bit more responsibility, a bit more seriousness to focus also for the results that are not coming. I totally agree with that. Then I didn't say here, or they didn't tell me that they were partying. It was not a mood of let's party. Everything is in a really fantastic, perfect way. We heard also the words of Conceição. We are conscious that the things are not going well. We heard the words of Thiago Motta as well. The management was there as well to show being supportive to the team, being there close to the team. Now, oh guys, if you tell me you cannot smile or immediately it means that we don't care about the game, maybe that's a bit exaggerated. But anyway, to come back on Andrea Cambiaso, he was not there. He didn't come to train with the team. The words of Thiago Motta, how did I give that interpretation? Because that indeed, that question came to Thiago, asking him, we didn't see him today, will he be there, yes or no? He said, look, no. He has, as you know, he has that small little problem at the ankle that is still annoying him. And after that ankle problem, he came back to support the team, to help the team that was in need. And now, because he's still feeling a bit of pain, it is a bit annoying, he prefers to take his time to rest and to come back. So what I understand from the words of Thiago Motta about the situation, Andrea Cambiaso, is one. We didn't decide to put him out of the team at the moment. He took that decision by himself, because you hear it really clear. The words were, and I repeat, the words were, he decided to take a bit of time to come back. No, he didn't say to come back, to heal perfectly. Guys, look, when I didn't see him this morning in training session, I was live on Juventus, where I said immediately, it doesn't smell good. Do you remember what I always told you here on the channel? I told you that the player already agreed with Manchester City. I told you that Manchester City already spoke with Juve. They already spoke about money. How much do you want? What is the value that you give to the player? I already told you that the non-formal offer already has been sent to Juve, non-formal, so not official documentation, where Juventus rejected it and said, no, we are not happy with that. We want more money. And I always told you, now a lot depends, of course, of Manchester City when that offer will arrive. But I also told you in the beginning of the week, don't expect an offer to come today. Don't expect tomorrow. Don't expect on Wednesday. Probably that offer, official offer, final offer, will arrive on Thursday, Friday. Thursday, Friday. Why? Because the destiny of City is also being played tomorrow against Bruges. They play in Manchester. At the moment, they are 25th. They are out of the Champions League. If they win tomorrow, or maybe with a draw, let's see, they could come back and qualify. And that will be even more important to go with Cambiaso. What are the other reasons why they want to go for him in the winter? Because we know that they have some court processes, some problems, and that potentially it could be that they have a Mercato block for the coming session, so they want to anticipate these things. We knew it. Cambiaso was injured against Bologna, a real injury indeed at the ankle, and he took a bit of days off, I believe 3 games that he missed before coming back, and since he's back, he's not good anymore in terms of performances. Then we see more and more that these voices are really influencing Cambiaso. What came today from UK? Thank you. Bravo, Saraz. I was about to look for it, but Saraz tagged me, so at least we win some time. Manchester City are closing on a 58.7 million euro pound sterling deal for Andrea Cambiaso. If you do the calculation really fast, it's 70 million euro. I always pay attention to who is spreading the news, who is the source, far from me criticizing sources. But it's true that if you are clicking here, who do I see? That Simon Mullock is the grandfather of Teddy and Bertie and Buddy the dogs. But he's also chief football writer for the Sunday Mirror. Look, Sunday Mirror No, it's not 60, it's 70. 70. If we are speaking about euro, then if you live in UK, we can speak about 60. So on top of being the grandfather of Teddy and Bertie, is also the chief football writer of Sunday Mirror. Look, if you go back in time and you look at the videos that I made in the past here on the channel, especially when nobody was watching me, I was always taking Sunday Mirror and also the Sun as examples of papers that were speaking about everything and nothing. So that source comes from there. So is it a reliable one or not? I would tell you pay attention to the value, to the numbers, to 60 million pound that are 70 million euro. I would tell you pay attention. Pay attention. On the other side, when I'm thinking logically, yeah, it makes sense. All fits, all the pieces of the puzzle that were gone, they are all going there towards a reality that says Cambiaso has not been top in terms of performances. Since the moment that he came back the injury, but that was actually the same moment where the City voices were coming. So it is in his head. Not playing tomorrow, but it's strange, no? That he comes back from that injury, then he plays with continuity, also as a starter. Don't forget that, also as a starter. And then suddenly he's not fit anymore for the game against Benfica. Strange, no? It's strange. It's the last game of January. It's the last game where the Mercato will be open, because then we play on the no, it's not true. It's not true. It's the last game of Champions League, and then you have one game in Serie A. Maybe being cautious, saying I don't want to get injured. I don't feel 100% concentrated and focused to play. Like Anthony Schifano is saying in the chat, it's definitely strange, even obvious. Obvious also because the values are starting to now be real and to get closer to what Juventus asked for in the beginning of the Mercato session. I think it's really a pity. I think it's really a pity that we have a player that is holding back on the pitch, and now also before that game. Then, maybe it will collapse the deal. It will not happen, and you will have Andrea Cambiaso until the end of the season. Could be, and they will say, but he was not feeling well because that ankle. It has nothing to do with Manchester City. How many will believe in that story? That's the big question. So the love of look, I tell you the truth. I had the real pleasure to interview, and that was my really first interview, one-on-one live, Andrea Cambiaso. Fantastic person, joyful person, honest person, sincere person. I had the time of my life, also thanks to him, that made me actually feel really at ease, because it's not normal to go and interview live a player. It's a player that on the field was destined to really staying there really long. I was there also the day that he was captain for Juve Lazio. Coincidence, maybe. He's a player that I bought the shirt from. The Cambiaso of today, after what we hear, what we write, what we read, probably I would not have gone for his shirt, despite the fact that it doesn't change everything that I said about him before the voices. But it's true that that it's an annoying one, that is maybe alternating, changing the vision of Juventini towards him, that he stays or that he doesn't stay. That's the big question that I want to ask you in the chat now, guys, before we continue to say, how do we replace him? Will it be a big loss or not? Was it an inevitable or not? What about your opinion? If he stays or he leaves, guys, about Cambiaso, because I know that he is a fan favorite. Sutne Juve, that is the reverse of Juventus, saying, how did he go from rejecting Madrid for Juve to this in a few months? Because Juventus at the time was able to increase the salary of Cambiaso, because he was there since 1 year, because Thiago Motta, that was already his coach at Bologna, came, because he was more central at in the project, because Real Madrid is a big step at the time, and he said, maybe I can stay a bit more here. Then the things are probably not going as he wants, also because he's playing as a real left back, and I always told you, pay attention, because it's not, according to me, the favorite position of Andrea. Andrea has always told me I'm a more offensive player that needs to be better in the defensive phase. Then I can do it. it. I'm a versatile player. I can play on the left, on the right. I can play up, down. But honestly, it's not his favorite player. So when you have some words that are coming like in Manchester City where you will play a bit more, and it's Manchester City with Pep Guardiola, he's a huge big fan of Cancelo. We know it. Cancelo that has been coached by Pep Guardiola. Things can change from one moment to the other. Maybe he was not even looking for it. Maybe it's the pressure of Pep. We know it. He was there already in the summer. It was not only Real Madrid. It was also Pep Guardiola that were on him. We had that game, Juve Manchester City. You talk, you see a message here, a message there. You know how it is. You have a bit of a seduction game. And then sometimes when you have a weak heart, it can happen, guys. It can happen. Yeah. Cambiaso is just a player, not a Juventino like Danilo, Gatti, and Loca. I would pay attention to the names that we are spreading. Locatelli is 100% a Juventino. We saw it in the presentation. He had never hid it. We saw pictures from him as a kid. You know that he's bleeding black and white. That doesn't mean that he's better than another person or a better player or a better person. It's not because you're a Juventino that you are fantastic, But it's true that he's a Juventino as a kid. So when an offer like that will arrive, he will think twice, because playing in the club of your heart, and you have the opportunity to play there, to do that last effort or not, makes a difference, makes absolutely a difference. Then Danilo was not a Juventino. Danilo, according to his words, became a Juventino, also saying publicly that this has been the most important club of his life, the club that he became captain for, that he fought for, that he believed in the values for, of Juventus with Agnelli, with Allegri. Less now, and he's changing also team because he's not part of that mysterious imaginary project. These are the words of Danilo. Is Danilo a Juventino? He could become a Juventino. I believe in that, but I would not 100% go and guarantee you that he was. No, he was not. He was not a Juventino. That's a fact. Cambiaso was a player that could have become a Juventino, maybe like Danilo, but he was not. And if he leaves, it's also because probably Juventus is not as in his heart as a lot of people would have thought about him in the beginning. Now, I don't want to speak bad about him. We have apparently a predicted lineup that this time is coming from Alfredo Pedula. I give you the predicted lineup, but then we continue with Cambiaso because it's not over. Possible lineup for Juve Benfica. It could be Perin in the goal. Good. Savona on the right side, Gatti, Kalulu, McKennie on the left, Locatelli, Douglas Luiz, Conceição on the right side, Cope Manners as a 10 or extra midfield, let's see, Bangula on the left and Vlahovic on top. We come back on the lineup a bit later. Now I really want to go for Cambiaso. Let's finish that and then we go towards the lineup that, according to me, shows that I don't know if we care a lot about that game. Honestly, we have our friend Rabona TV. Carreras is out for Benfica. Horrible news for us. Adrian, can you confirm me or not? I tell you, the ranking of Champions League is that much a disaster. I'm never looking at it. I already explained. I don't know. That formula of 36 teams with one ranking is horrible. I don't know. So I don't even know. To tell you, I don't even know if Benfica is already qualified or not for the Champions League. I don't know. I really don't know. Well, qualified, I mean in the top 24. I don't know. Who can confirm? Maybe we can go and watch it ourselves. The time that... let me check. You're telling me 21st. But they are risking of going out if they don't win? $10 points. We basically must win. Aya. Table. You're risking, my friend. Indeed. You're risking because City, Zagreb, and Shakhtar could potentially go over you. I don't know against who they play. City's playing Bruges, that I know. Zagreb and Donetsk, Shakhtar, I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see. Tomorrow will be epic, huh? Tomorrow will be a special day with all these competition played. So tomorrow, City Bruges, Juve Benfica, Zagreb Milan. Aya. And now I'm saying Aya because Milan. They're a strange team. And then Shakhtar Dortmund. Yeah, they better at least draw. If they draw, they are fine. Yeah. If they draw, no, it's not true. You have Stuttgart as well that can go over. Attenzione, no, tomorrow they will play the game of their life. But just to tell you how much I prepared the game, because I didn't prepare it really a lot. On the other side, you see here, with that predicted lineups, you see here that looks like it's a lineup of, okay, good, we play. It's not the worst team on earth, but the big one will be against Empoli this weekend. Because here, it makes no sense anymore. To win, to draw, to lose, we already qualified. We don't even know what is the best for us. We want to win to start a winning streak, but that's it. I don't know. I will come back on it, but looks like that. So on Cambiaso, the offers are arriving today. Is it a problem not having Cambiaso? Yeah, I will not lie. Not the Cambiaso post-Bologna injury, post-City voices and rumors, but about the Cambiaso from last season, the Cambiaso from the beginning of the season. That was the best one with Conceição. If you had to do a top three from the beginning of the season, it was Conceição, Cambiaso, and you can choose who you want. Not Koopmeiners, not Douglas Luiz. Yes, it's a big loss. It's a big loss for the versatility of the player, for the potential of the player, for a guy that is Italian, that knows what Juventus means, even if he's not the Juventino, who cares? He knows what Juventus means. It's a player that could have grown into an idol of supporters, and also being a player that could have a bit of legacy. I'm not asking 10 years, I'm not asking 15 years, but maybe, 4, 5, 6 seasons at the club before being 28, 29, and then leaving towards another club. You put already a trademark. You already put your name in that history of Juve. Now with 18 months, I am not sure if really he leaves. So it will be a big gap. It's also not a beautiful looking image, honestly. If Cambiaso leaves for City, it's not a beautiful looking image. Let's not lie. We know it. Let's not lie. Because he's a player that you wanted to keep in your team. It's a player that you were counting on. It was a player that you saw with you for a long time. A player that was funny, was nice, was a solar player. That is always good to have in a team. Seeing him leaving at 24, it shows that you cannot resist to the Premier League money. We know it since long. We know it. We never hide that fact on the channel, but it's a reality. Now you are faced to it, and it means that you cannot. But also probably that at the moment Juventus is not as perfect as we want to, and that if you are not a Juventino, or if you're thinking about your career and whatever, if you have an offer that comes from Manchester City, probably you accept it, which is a pain in the ass. It's not beautiful. Oh, honestly, it's not beautiful to me. So it's a reality, guys. It's a reality. You have some people that are patient, that believe. You have people that want things faster. It's a reality. So it's a big loss for Juve. Yes. Then will I lose my sleep about it? No, I will not, because I have seen a lot of players leaving. But it's true that if you have in the same season, and I'm not speaking about I like the player, I don't like the player, but Rabiot, Szczesny, Chiesa, Danilo, Cambiaso, these players, these personalities, these faces from you that were not even doing well in the past, but that are leaving, it's a problem because you lose points of referment. And okay, we were going with losing the big ones, probably the overage ones, the people that we said, okay, they gave already for Juve. Losing Cambiaso was one that was at the next step of becoming maybe the substitute of a Chesney, a Rabiot. I'm not speaking on the field, but as important in the locker room, and you lose him, so it's not. On the other side, I think that I will really give my definitive judgment after the Mercato, because like my theory has always been here on the channel, and you can tell me, Beppe, you lied or you're correct or not. If my theory is right, means Juventus didn't go for the big name in the defense because they are waiting for that Cambiaso deal to be done to cash in, because we would have loved to have that money from a Fagioli, from a Danilo, from a Arthur, but these things are not happening. We are on the 28th of January. That is over, by the way. 28th is over, but we go towards the 29th of January, and all these players are still there, except of Danilo that left for free, because we were not able to sell him, or we didn't want to sell him to a competitor. So my theory has always been that money didn't come from them, so we are waiting for a big one to be gone. It could be Vlahovic, could be Cambiaso. Well, if it is Cambiaso, after that one, you go for the big name. The big name that is Hansko. Hansko that has always been on the priority. Tomorrow, Feyenoord is playing their last game. If we go back to Feyenoord, where are they? Feyenoord. I think, where are they? 11th. And you see what a strange ranking. Anyway, 11th with 13 points. They are 11th. They are already qualified for the next stage. They don't know against who they play. The draws will be done, if I'm not wrong, guys, the 29th of, the 30th or 31st. I believe 31st. Let me check. UEFA. I believe it will be the 31st, the draws. That, of course, we will do here live also. It will be a short one, but knockout round play 31st of January. Yeah. At 12. So it's early. Oh, 12. Usually they're doing it at 7 p.m. So USA will wake up knowing the draws. Or you need to wake up extremely early. 6 a.m. in New York. 3 a.m. in LA. It's during Juventus. Shit. I will not be able to do the live. Mamma mia. Oh. Disaster. Salvatore. Grande Salvatore. Oh no! I wanted to be here together with you guys. Even if when I'm doing lives at 12 p.m. my time, guys, you're all sleeping. I see nobody. We are here with three Juventini. Saraz, with Jim, and with, who else? Saraz, Jim. And I'm looking for people that are living in Europe that I know by sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, it is what it is. Guys, it is what it is. So, yeah, it's an annoying one. No, on the other side, I always told you, if you go and you bring me Hansko, and I didn't even say thank you, thank you, Mitch Dyer. If you bring me Hansko, that's a total different story. Because, and I will open the tactical pad. We speak about tactics. And it makes sense, huh? It makes sense. The only thing that doesn't make sense is when yesterday, our friend Renato Vega is telling us my preferred position is center back. That's the only thing that is a bit freaky. Because I will show you that, but in a second. Because first I want to show you this. Because we are with a lot of people. For all the people that are joining the GJustjuve channel, it's now the time to subscribe to the channel. Dai, maximum like, subscribe to the channel. Let's hit new rules that we never reached here on the channel. You can do it. You just need to click on that subscribe button. Do it now so that we go towards the lineup and we continue to speak about Cambiaso, because it's an important one. Because indeed, if he will go to City, I'm sure that he will do extremely well, and a lot of people will cry here. So is it justified to accept the 70 million euro? Yes or no? I'm waiting for someone to subscribe here. Die. Put that like button on and subscribe to the channel. Because, oh, we are 500, we have only 233 likes, which is absolutely not good. Absolutely not. Nah, forget about Huijsen, guys. He will not come back. Bah, die. If you go and you sign Huijsen after 6 months, what a strange deal that would be. Die. Forget about it. I hope so. I hope so that you don't do that. I would have loved to keep the player. You know how much I love the player. But if you go after 6 months and you sign Huijsen, disaster. I mean, this is really a shame. This is really a shame, I think. No? It's gone. Basta. So, if you see that lineup, let's say that I need to add here. Let's say here that we need to add. Danilo is gone. Arrivederci. Okay. Vega took the number 12. Add a player. Who do we add? Hansko. It's time. So, okay. Di Gregorio into the goal. Let's say without Hansko and Cambiaso, you can play or with McKennie here, with Savona here. I think only about the defense. And let's take all the other ones, otherwise you will be pissed off because Koopmeiners is there, and this is not what we want to do. We really want to do and speak about the defense. So we have here these players. On top of that, we have Rui. So we have Vega. We have, where is he? Alberto Costa. Right? Without Cambiaso, without Danilo, this is what we have, right? So what could you do, possibly? You could do some things here. You could really see an Alberto Costa being promoted here. Could be. McKennie as a left back. What you could see, possibly, is McKennie as a right back, but that would be strange because then you have like two right backs that are on the bench with Vega here. Could be. You could also possibly see Kalulu here with McKennie still here. Okay? I don't want to put Rui, guys, because at the moment he is not playing. So I don't want, to make you false promises at the moment. I will read the message of Jafar in a second. But let me first concentrate on that. So, okay, that's another one. So it's strange. It's strange to me. It's really strange. Then, if really we are waiting for that name, then it starts to make totally sense. Because what you can do there is Vega as a left back, Hansko here. And then you can play or with Kalulu here, or not even with Kalulu. You can play with Alberto Costa, and you can have or Kalulu here. You see? Or what you can do is having Kalulu on the right, Gatti here. Or you can have Kalulu that is resting. Or you can have Gatti that is resting. Or you can have Vega that is resting. Or you can have Hansko that is resting. Or you can even have Hansko that is playing on the left with McKennie that is in midfield. You can go with a lot of alternatives. But what are we missing to have that? It is that name here. Otherwise, if you do this, guys, without Hansko, if you do this, McKennie not, if you do this, you didn't solve anything, eh? You didn't solve anything. You didn't solve anything. With this, you didn't solve anything. And there, it makes no sense. You go with a player on loan for 5 months, that was not even playing at Chelsea, letting Cambiaso leave. Yeah, Hansko can play here. as well. Huh? You're right, Giga. He can play here with Vega here. Vega can play here. They can play here. They can do whatever. I don't know. But these two are crucial. This one already arrived. This one not yet. Because if these players come, that's good. This player is much more offensive than a Savona. So if you would see them, Alberto Costa is much more offensive on the right side than a Savona. A Vega can play in that position. A Hansko can play here on that position. So let's see. You can do there, if we have all these names that can play somewhere in the defense with McKennie here, McKennie there. Are we a top 4 defense? No, we are not. I tell you the truth, we are not. On the other side, don't forget that next year you have a Bremer that is coming back, you have a Cabal that is coming back, McKennie will probably not be anymore here, and then maybe you can really go towards your lineup that is a grown Alberto Costa. You have a Bremer that is a starter with a Kalulu that is here on the right side. You can do that. I'm not even sure if Vega will stay or not, okay? And you have Rui that can go maybe on loan. And you can maybe go towards this starting lineup. Or maybe you can go towards Kalulu here. You can go with a Bremer, Vega if you want to keep him because he's doing well. And Hansko with Cabal that is back here. You have a Gatti. You can... Savona can go on loan. I don't know. You miss one. But... You know, if these two players can come, even if Vega doesn't come, Cabal can maybe, I don't know. But you can go towards a much more complete defense. Hansko is, according to me, an extremely important one. Extremely important one. So let's see. Let's see. At the moment, I think we lose without Cambiaso. On the other side, can you refuse 70 million euro if we have the Cambiaso that we have? Because I can already tell you, if the player is that close to go to City now in the winter, I can tell you that in the summer he's gone, or to City, or to Real, or to Liverpool, or whatever. So it's a player that is already, and if it's not in the summer, it's maybe the next one. It's already the next one. So it's a player that is, we know it now by fact that if a big club arrives, he's keen to leave. So does it make sense to keep a player that we see now mentally is not able to manage the pressure of these big interests because he never experienced it before? So 70 million now for a player that we saw it with facts cannot handle that pressure, then I say yes. I say yes, of course. You need to bring me Hansko today, which would be a okay Mercato, which I would understand. You go with your investment that you always said in the defense, Hansko, that can be a really beautiful duo with Bremer next season. I would understand it for that Cambiaso now because, guys, I already said goodbye to Cambiaso. And if he stays, I'm happy that he stays. But if he stays, I know that it's a player that, unfortunately, I will not be able to 100% count on him for a few years. And I'm not saying 6 or 7 years because I don't believe in these things anymore. Like a Kenan Yildiz that maybe in 2 years will leave, maybe next year, maybe in 3 years. Football became like that, guys. Became like that, like, for example, Victor Boniface that is going to Al Nassr. It's also, a big decision for a young player. Everything can happen today. Everything can happen today. Let me say thank you to Jafar. Jafar, if Juventus had a good season, we would probably have saved Andre for the end of the season. Beppe, you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you. Yeah, maybe. But that, yeah, could be. You know, I can tell you also, I think that Juventus started to be aware that qualification to Champions League is not as easy as we thought. That doesn't mean that they give up. That doesn't mean that they don't believe in it anymore. But I really believe that they think, pay attention. Because if we don't go towards a Champions League, and it's already a player that mentally is saying, if I have the opportunity, I leave, instead of 70 million or 65 million euro now, I probably will go for 45 because he will push with the agents to leave Juve, and you have no Champions League, and probably, you cannot keep him. And the offers from the other clubs that are playing Champions League will be lower. You will have more competition, but more clubs. Andrea Cambiaso. Miguel Gutierrez is a good player, but it was a voice of 3 days. That's why in the beginning I wasn't even speaking. The first day I was not speaking about him. The second day neither. The third day I said, well, I will mention him, but I never really felt something really concrete about that player. I think it was more a name, thrown there in the middle just to make it even bigger, so that sometimes we can change a bit of names. Todibo is decreasing, but this morning was resisting. Since then, but I always told you, we are parking a few names, like a loan for Todibo, which I still don't understand the formula, or we are parking players like Kelly Lloyd, that Newcastle, they want to sell with an obligation to buy, because Cambiaso first. So, who believes? Let's go with a poll, the first poll of the evening. Cambiaso. Ankle problem. Wait, missing because. Okay, three options, guys. Okay, you have 4 options. You have the first one, which is Cambiaso missing because ankle problem. So it's correct, the ankle problem. 2, already a done deal with City. 3, cannot manage the Mercato voice. It means it's not a done deal, but the Mercato voice is there and he cannot focus. Or 4, there are extra problems that we don't know. Maybe he had a clash with the coach or with the sporting director. Or maybe Juventus could be that Juventus said, no, you don't go to City, and he's sad because of it at the moment. So it's not a done deal, but extra problems that we don't know about. Let me know. In the meanwhile, oh guys, disaster. We lost here a few people are not interested anymore. And on top of that, as you can see, we lost 2 Juventini of the world. Juventini are leaving. Guys, I don't know what you are doing. I don't know what you are doing. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? I don't get it. So vote the poll now, guys, even if the poll is going towards one big direction. Cambiaso is still clearly hurt. I noticed it during Wea goal celebration. Could be. Cugino. 45, I don't think it's a done deal, but I think it's too close for him to play. Shows, according to me, shows as well, guys, that Juve Benfica is the less important game of the next 3. You want to see the next 3 games of Juve, and then tell me if I'm right or wrong? You will see. You will see what I'm telling you. I believe that in Juventus' mind, if we go towards fixtures, we have Benfica, Empoli, and Como. Then we don't have Inter immediately. Before that, we have the playoff of Champions League, which is important. But, guys, which is the most important from the 3? Tell me. Benfica. No, the least important. Tell me which is the least important. Is it Benfica, is it Empoli, or is it Como? The least important from the 3. And in the meanwhile, let me say thank you to someone. Ooh, grande Juventini of the world. I love you. Now we are speaking. It could be. I didn't put that option in it. I'm sorry, SJ. SJ is saying he wants to watch the watch along instead. It could be. So, the least important, according to you, let's see. Benfica, for grumpy Benfica. It's clear for football men. a draw for Motta, but that was not the question. But okay, Benfica, 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 Benfica. Alessandro is already telling us that Empoli will hurt us. Benfica, 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 viva la fica. Benfica, Benfica, based on the lineup is Benfica. Yeah, guys. I really believe so. Khalid, grande Khalid. Khalid that became a new member of the channel, GJustjuve supporter. Thank you to Khalid Al-Humaidi. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate it, my friend. Let us know from where you are. But if I'm looking, I think Saudi Arabia. I could be wrong, but now that I discovered the culture, I can identify. This is Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Could be Emirates. No, this is Saudi. Neymar is gone from Al Hilal, going back in Brazil. Non ho detto niente, Duoshin. You see, I can identify now. You know why? Because at Tobe, you have like 2 buttons here. Saudi, 2 buttons, 1 button. Kuwait. You see, I made my lessons. I know everything. You know that I didn't even say thank you to Bogdan. I didn't say thank you to Bogdan. Grande Bogdan. We'll go towards the lineup in a second, but let me say thank you to the people, Bogdan, that offered a membership to the channel. Thank you, Bogdan. But also extended, became a new member again. Upgraded the membership to GJ's friend. Thank you, Bogdan. Really appreciate it, my friend. Really appreciate it. Jafar, did I finish? Beppe, you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you. Westerman, our friend, to be honest, this defensive lineup doesn't look like a top 4 team. Thank you for the donation. We will go towards it in a second. But I tell you, if we are looking at the lineup of tomorrow, the predicted lineup of tomorrow, what do we see? Indeed, we see no Vega, no Alberto Costa, no Hansko at all. So what do we see? McKenyon, where was it? The lineup? Let me check the Telegram group. So it was Perin into the goal. Savona is playing. Okay. McKenny is on the left. Here we are suffering because it's always the same that are playing. No rotation is always the same that are playing. No Cabal, no Bremer, no Rui. Then we have Locatelli, Dugi, and Cope. So Cope, Bam. I put them with 3 guys because I don't believe in the 4-2-3-1 anymore, because we don't play with that 4-2-3-1 anymore. So forget about it. No Yildiz, but we see Bangula with his famous number 51. Conceição. And Dusan Vlahovic. If we go towards that lineup, guys. No, the comment from Westerman, we already spoke about it. It is indeed, we said it, indeed, about that new possible defensive lineup. New member, Giuseppe Napodano. Thank you, Giuseppe. Grazie. What a beautiful name you have. So, what do we see here? These 2, they cannot be changed because there is at the moment nobody else. We have Vega, but Vega cannot play in Champions League. Colomwani cannot play in Champions League, so this is the team that we have. Cope Miners, according to the predicted lineup of Alfredo Pedula. I'm waiting for the ones, of course, of Giovanni Albanese. I was about to say Johnny Albanese. It's not Johnny Albanese, it's Giovanni Albanese. We are waiting for his, but Alfredo Pedula is going towards that lineup. Is it the biggest rotational team possible to put on the field? No. Otherwise, you could have Rui, you could have Adzic, you could have had Wea. That's a bit more a real rotational team. If you play with these players, that's that would have been really. We don't care about it. Then on the other side, if you rest Thuram, because we know it that it's a player that we heard that needs to be managed in the beginning to be able to play really with continuity, 90 minutes. You want to put Thuram out of the field, and you don't play with Yildiz. You don't play with Nico Gonzalez that played a few games also. It shows you that you are going towards, a partially second lineup. A partially second lineup. Even if one, McKennie, Kalulu, Gatti, Locatelli, Cope Manners are all starters. And then up front you have a lot of choices. It's strange to say Vlahovic is not a starter at Juve. Are you still considering Vlahovic a starter or not? Or it's over? This morning you saw the article of Gazzetta dello Sport. I showed you, no, in the video of this morning. Breakup for Dusan Vlahovic and Juve. They confirmed this is over. He will not extend his contract. The decision has been taken by Dusan Vlahovic, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. Big shocking news. No, we knew it, but still. Let me show you. Let me show you. You see? Rottura, Juve Vlahovic, breakup, Dusan and the old lady, the cries of the third year, no renewal, it will be a goodbye. Of course, they are not specifying if it's in the winter or if it's in the summer or the next summer. This is not what they are specifying, but crisis, rottura, breakup, boom, boom. McKennie is much better when he's playing in the midfield, according to Antonio, but it's not his position. We saw also that he has his weaknesses. Then, we are asking a lot to Wes. We are really asking a lot, and he's doing quite well. I end the poll for Cambiaso. People are said already gone, according to 54%. It's already a done deal. 21% are saying he cannot manage focus because of the Mercato voices. 16% ankle problems, so nobody believes in the official news. And then extra problems, we don't know, for 7% of the people. Thank you to all the people that voted in the meanwhile. Thank you for that. Really, really appreciate it to take your time to vote. Attention, because you know that we are also always monitoring when there are some news that are coming or not. I don't want to put the music, but Manchester City have offered an expensive loan to try to sign Douglas Luiz from Juventus, which asking to include an obligation to buy to give the green light for Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz. On loan, I don't send him. Forget about it. On loan, forget about it. No. Definitive sale, guys. I have put my word on it. I have put my face on it. I was extremely happy that he came to Juve. At today, on the 28th of January, he's not performing. That's the reality, yeah. That's the reality. He's not performing. Then I always told you, I would love to judge Douglas Luiz with a bit of continuity. I would have loved, at a certain moment to say we put Cope Manners on the bench and we play with Douglas Luiz. 1 game, 2 game, 3 game, 4 games. Because I don't understand why Cope Manners received all that credit, why Douglas Luiz didn't receive it. I know that Douglas Luiz has been injured a bit more frequently than Cope, but this is something I don't understand. I really don't understand. Then, since from this morning, from the news I had this morning, I tell you, Ciao Ibrahim. From the news that I had this morning, it was Fagioli is gone. Fagioli is gone. Fagioli is gone. We would love to sell him, maximum loan with an obligation to buy, but he's gone. And if really, it could even go on loan to Parma on the last day of Mercato on the 3rd of February. Loan to Parma, because Parma, they have no money. But Fagioli is gone from Juve. This is also why in the last few games you didn't see Fagioli entering, playing, or didn't receive a start. I believe he played like 23% of the starts this season. Is gone. And Douglas Luiz stays. Then, this morning, when talking, we were also saying, but if really that real offer comes from Douglas Luiz that is not on loan, but cash money or an obligation to buy, this is a different story. Pep Guardiola admitted back then that it was probably a bad choice to sell him permanently to Girona back then. He said, I made a mistake. I was not aware of the qualities of the players. I messed up. So it's a valid player. I will never change my mind on it. It's a valid player. Really valid player that I would have loved to succeed at Juve. I continue to say I hope he stays. I hope he stays because I really want to see him succeeding at Juve. But if that offer comes today and you have doubts, accept. At least you can reinvest that money somewhere else. I'm not saying now because it will be too late, even if, pay attention, because there is already the name that comes, and it's the one of Chukwuemeka from Chelsea, 21 years old. Then, I tell you the truth, if you start selling Cambiaso for Renato Veiga and Douglas Luiz for Chukwuemeka, you're actually replacing. Okay, Douglas Luiz is not performing at Juve. It's true. But you are actually replacing two players with some experience, by two players that were not playing in their club. I cannot, guys, I cannot block comments like the one of Gianni. I cannot block them, guys. I cannot. Andy said, I try to pronounce Chukwuemeka, now things in my room are flying. Oh my god. What a comment. Chukwuemeka. You see? I start. I hope we sign him now. At least, I didn't train for nothing. Yeah, but I agree with you guys. I cannot. You know that I'm the most positive person on earth, but it's true that if you tell me Danilo is leaving and you bring Alberto Costa, Cambiaso is leaving, you bring me Renato Sanchez, Douglas Luiz is leaving, and you bring Chukwuemeka, Renato Costa, what is the name there? I don't know, guys. Renato Veiga. Renato Veiga. And on top of that, we have Colomwani, loan. Veiga, loan. Then I'm telling you, I don't know. I seriously don't know. I don't know. I hope for the best. I will pray, but I don't know. I really don't know about the strategy. Again, what could make me really say, if it's tomorrow, if you bring me Hansko. If you bring me Hansko, that should be immediately a starter. But he should have already arrived on the second. I don't care. Because even if he arrives on let's say, the 3rd of February, he arrives. Guys, we messed up. No? We messed up. That's the reality. Because in 1 month, can we go with how many center backs we heard linked to Juve in 1 month? Should already have been there on the second that we heard about. Hansko, Antonio Silva. I go by memory, yeah? Hansko, Antonio Silva, Todibo, again, the second time. Goglicice from Georgia. We heard about Tomori, Danso, Ismaili, Araujo. Bravo, guys. Thank you for helping me. Danso, we already said. Araujo as well. Lloyd Kelly. No. Christensen and Christensen. One from Udinese, one from Barcelona. It's true. How much did we hear? Still, De Ligt, we heard. It's true. Maguire. No, we didn't hear about Maguire. No, but Zirkzee is not a defender. Chill. Skriniar. Even if, I want to put him here, but it was more Gazzetta that was pushing. And honestly, when the Mercato went again open, he left. He was not there anymore. Let's take away, at least on Skriniar, the ideas were clear. No, Koulibaly, no. Berardi, guys, we are speaking about center backs or defensive players. Okay. When I start seeing Berardi in the chat, Axel Disasi, bravo. Todibo, we already said. Chabot, it's true. Not Berardi, Balerdi, the one of Marseille. I don't believe in it. No, we didn't hear about Calafiori and we didn't hear about Ramos. This is in the summer. I speak about this transfer. Kivior was there as well at a certain moment. Yeah, these names. Let's see. Dorgu, even if Dorgu, I want to put him in the category of more full-backs, because all the names that we are mentioning now are more, like center-backs, but 15, 16 names. Of course, not all of them are true. There are Chilwell, also in category full-backs. Ta, no, it's not the name that Juventus was linked to Ta in the summer, not in the winter. But what does that mean when you have 15 names? Let's say 15 names. Take away 5 names that are invented by journalists. 10 names. If you hear 10 names, guys, why we know that Bremer is injured on the 2nd of... No. Why we know that Bremer has been injured in October. Cabal in November, where you have actually 2 months. You have entire November, entire December for Bremer. You have 6 weeks for Cabal. It means that you have you have like 2 months to really have clear ideas. Okay, that you cannot bring him immediately on the 2nd, but at least on the 10th. You should have gone immediately. But your strategy to take him, could not have been, we hope to sell Danilo. We will find a solution for Arthur. We are sure about that. Fagioli will leave as well. Maybe Bangula. Maybe Bangula could go to Feyenoord. We can... No, you cannot go with maybe. You should have had the plan that was ready to bring me a defender between the 2nd and the 10th of January. One name. If that name flops, because you never know in Mercato, you have the 2nd one and you go. Punto. That's it. You cannot, because then you tell me, but Tomori was close. Yeah, it's true, Tomori was close. No, I didn't forget about Tomori. I said it after Todibo. But Tomori was closed on the 29th, but Tomori was not your first choice. It was an opportunity that came that made you actually change your entire strategy. Which means that whoever comes, even if it's Hansko, I agree with Alessio. It means that really you created a mess that you were not able to sell, which the players that you wanted to sell, and because you couldn't bring the players that you wanted. So now you are waiting for other ones to free up some budget to go with Hansko, and you are not even sure. That Feyenoord will tell you yes. So I will be happy if Hansko come, because I know for sure that he's a target since long. So I will be happy about Hansko. But in the meanwhile, I will always tell you, good, fine, but we had to sacrifice Cambiaso because we were not able to sell and do our job in selling the other ones that were on that list. Because that was the important thing. And probably, if Fagioli would have gone, Danilo would have been sold for a bit of money. Arthur, we would have saved on his salary for the second part of the season. If we were able to do all of that, probably Hansko would already have been here because we had more money to offer. So it means that we didn't do our job well in selling. In the meanwhile, we go with a loan here, a loan there. You spend some money for Alberto Costa. I still didn't get why. Because I told you, or you don't believe in Savona, which is okay, but it's strange according to me. And you go, that means that Savona, you will sell him next summer, could be. Otherwise, I don't understand, because next season, or you have a Kalulu that switched to the right side. We just showed you, huh? Kalulu that switched on the right. And then Alberto Costa, Savona, Kalulu. I don't get. I don't get it. I really don't get the strategy. Oh, then they can surprise me. I hope so. Huh? I hope so. I will buy them all on FIFA 25. Will make me feel better. Do that. Do that. Then you will have a super defense. Nobody will be able to beat you, or at least to score goals against you, Alessio. It's really not, according to me. I can, and I'm the most positive guy. But how can I justify the strategy of this winter mercato? I cannot. Help me, guys. Tell me, how can we justify this? And I understand Cambiaso leaving. It's not even that the point. Oh, then, Vega. I hope that he will do extremely well and that we sign him. Like Colomani, I hope I will support them. You cannot wait, according to me, you cannot wait, knowing that January, because we didn't mention it, but we knew that January would have been one of the worst schedules for Juve. We knew it. If you had a player that arrived on the 5th of January, he would have played that game against Napoli, maybe. Maybe would have lost as well, Could be, But at least would have tried. Today you have sent your team to play the Supercoppa in Saudi without Danilo. Don't forget about that, Your own decision. Without Danilo. You played one game, we could have played 2 games if we went to the final, You decided to play without Danilo, with nobody, with Kalulu, and you were praying every time that nothing was happening there, because Derby della Mole without Locatelli. If Gatti or Kalulu were injured, what do you do? What do you do? It was already on the 11th of January that we played that derby. Then we played against Milan, we played against Napoli, we played against Bruges. Ciao Victor, thank you for the donation. Beppe, will you ever do a collab with all Juve cast? I already did. By the way, I did with before starting the channel. I did with Alberto, and then I invited him here on the channel. I invited him also when I was on the Juve channel on Twitch back then, and I believe I have been also on their channel. So I already did it. Thank you, Victor. Then Juve Mercato teasing me more than my toxic ex. Disaster. Devoya is saying, attenzione, Devoya is saying, thank you for the donation. Good evening. Nice to see Dorgu gone. Look, of course, controversial message, ironic message. Honestly, guys, you sell Cambiaso for 70. Would you have gone with 37 to Dorgu? Tell me, guys. 37 for Dorgu. Oh, yeah. I like the player. I told you this summer, I buy him in my fantasy league, and I don't take him away from my fantasy league, because this will be the revelation player of Serie A. Pay attention. And according to me, better than Udogie. It will become. But guys, 37 million, die. Oh, to Lecce. It's not wrong, From Pantaleo Corvino, it's not wrong to do that, Fantastic, beautiful, good for him, but not for Juve. Die. With all the respect. I would have been pissed off if you give 37 for Dorgu. 20? Yes. We already spoke about him. It's not the first time. At a certain moment, it was also a player that I really said, I want him. I like him. I think we need him. He's back. He's back on the radar of Juve. We are speaking about Adeyemi. Adeyemi back in the side of Juve, not for the winter, not as a defender, but as an offensive player. We have Alfredo Pedula that just wrote about him, but it's not the only one because I already saw the news a bit earlier that exclusive. Alfredo is always exclusive, so let's say it's good. Let's say it's exclusive, otherwise he will be pissed off. So exclusive. Attenzione, exclusive, Chiringuito. Adeyemi. If he stay at Dortmund, there will also be Juve for June. You know what it means, huh? Or not? You know what it means or not? Before you go, because I know you go, you jump, you're happy. I know what does that mean? If really you go for Adeyemi, that has been linked to Napoli, yeah, as well for this winter. Mr. Adrian, he reads my mind. If you go there, it means that you don't go for Conceição, according to me. Weah, guys, I would love to tell you, it's Weah, but Weah, you will not generate a lot of cash for Weah. If you go for him, it means Conceição is out. I always told you, no, I not always told you, but at a certain moment there was a live where I said, pay attention to Conceição. It was after the Milan Supercoppa. Do you remember that live? I said, pay attention to Conceição. It's not 100% that we will go for him. Adeyemi has a contract until 2027. He has now a value of 40 million euro. No, 35 million euro, which is not necessarily the price that Dortmund would ask for. He was about to leave already in the summer of 24. Juventus was ready, I believe, to go even with a 40 million. So that will decrease, probably going towards the 30-35 with 2 more years left on the contract. Adeyemi that is able to play like we know it. Thiago Motta is that. Every player that you are looking for, they are able to play on the left, on the right, and as a false 9. Whatever player that you are looking for, if they are not able to do this position, they not. Look, Yildiz can play on the left, can play on the right, can play as a false 9. And that's Yildiz. Nico Gonzalez can play tac, tac, tac. Colomani can play tac, tac, tac. Conceição can play on the left and there. He cannot play here, Conceição. And probably that's the problem. We just identified the problem. You know, just thinking out loud. We just find the problem. The problem is that he cannot play here, and that's why he's pissed off. Adeyemi. Who else are we having? Bangula, left, and could potentially also play on the right. Who else do we have? I'm thinking, Weah can play the 3 position. I'm not saying equally but can play in the 3 position. But I agree with Mitch Dyer that is saying Adeyemi would fit Motta's system perfectly. Yeah. You know what is starting to annoy me, guys? I don't want to create any trouble. I don't want to create any trouble. So please forgive me and don't take me responsible for thinking out loud. I don't know how much Thiago Motta really believes in Kenan Yildiz. I don't know. I don't know. I know that he believes in him in the qualities and W's without hesitation. He knows that he's strong. People are saying he's untouchable. Man, I don't know. Ciao Fede Bianconera. Ciao grande. Grandissimi. Perché siete in tanti. Ciao Fede. I'm not saying he's on the market. I'm not saying he will not play. But when we have the possibility to rest, he's resting Yildiz, guys. It's not Motta that gave him the 10, huh? Good. It's not Motta that gave him the 10. I think that the movements that Yildiz is doing are not 100% what Thiago is expecting. I am not sure. It's just thinking out loud without creating controversy. There are no controversies, so let's not create any controversy there because there are no controversy. It's just, I am not sure at 100% that Thiago at today he sees the same Yildiz as we see. That's the only thing that I'm just thinking out loud. Yeah, because GJustjuve is giving us, like apart from versatility, what all the players Mota is interested in having common? They are rockets. Conceição, Adeyemi, Randall. It's true. I'm not going crazy, guys. It's just a fast opinion that is maybe not even correct. Could be that I'm totally wrong, huh? And I hope so. But again, in the game of tomorrow, who is resting? Kenan Yildiz. Why is he resting? He's 19, guys. Is he obliged to rest? No, he's not obliged to rest. Why are you resting him? To play against Empoli. Also, don't forget that he was the one that went out of the field at the 65th minute against Napoli. No? Okay, just thinking out loud, guys. Maybe mental rest could be mental rest. No, hai ragione Duoshin, però penso così. Guys, again, I didn't want to create any trouble. I have no sources. It's just one thing that came in mind like that to me because we are linked to Adeyemi. That doesn't mean that Yildiz will leave. Yildiz will not leave. Yildiz will stay at Juve. I'm just thinking, looking at the players that he's looking for, or maybe he's not 100% fit. Could also be Jakub. Could be. Let's see. Victor Standepede Decano, thank you for the nation. Ciao Beppe. If we are looking for a striker, why not Santiago Jimenez? He's doing very well. He's doing very, very well, and Milan was on the player. Then at the end, it will probably not happen. I don't know why. I honestly, I didn't interest myself enough in the player to understand why we didn't go for it. I actually gave up on even having some interest in him because it was a done deal with Milan. We already played all the games against Milan, Supercoppa and 2 times in Serie A. So I didn't even pay attention. But yeah, maybe. Giuntoli, if you're watching, please pay attention to Santiago Jimenez. I don't even know what is the nationality of Jimenez. Let me check because maybe I have immediately an answer for you. The one Santiago Jimenez from Feyenoord as well. But first of all, because Feyenoord are annoying. That's also something that you need to take into consideration. Buenos Aires, Mexico, this is why. Because he's not European. And you know what we say here on the channel. What is valid for Jonathan David is valid also for Jimenez. Then maybe in the summer, if Milan is not going for a player like it seems like now, we could potentially go for him. Don't forget to read it 3 times. I already read that. Gigachat, you're repeating the same message I already read, or maybe you fell asleep while watching the live with the button of enter, like copy paste enter. You're asleep. Maybe because we already read your comment. Motta hates every player except of Gomez. Mamma mia, what a disaster! What a disaster! No, it's not true. It's not true. Mr. Zeb, maybe we can buy Berardi. Another one. Beppe question: would you take for free VVD in the summer? Jean-Claude Van Damme. I don't know who's VVD, guys. I know DVD, but now doesn't exist anymore. But VVD, no idea. Jimenez has an I didn't know that. I don't know. Yeah, but pay attention, huh? First, I need to see because I already remember. I already remember what happened with someone else in the past. Colo is telling us. What is Colo saying? Where is Colo? I saw Colo. Beppe, imagine how nice it is for Danilo and Alexandro to find a friend to share 3 teams with. Porto, Juve, and Flamengo. No, also Santos, huh? They were together at Santos in Brazil. Santos de Brazil. So they were at Santos, then they went indeed to Porto, then to Juve, and now to Flamengo. They just were split when one was at Real Madrid and the other one at Real Madrid City, the Juve for Danilo, while Alexandro was already there. Yeah, it's funny. I know. You need like these partners, like sometimes, huh? It's really nice. Like for example, Conceição that called in the last 2 days, Veiga telling him, irmão, da Juventus, muito forte, necessitão a ti, irmão. Vem aqui, eu estou aqui, vem aqui, irmão, jogo bonito a Juventus, qualificação, Champions League, muito bem. That was the phone call in Portuguese between Conceição and Renato Veiga. Renato Veiga, what did he say? Of course I know what is Juventus. Of course. Not like the other one, Balde, where today he had a question. What a disaster. He had a question in press conference about what he thought about the tactics of Gasperini. He said, who is that guy? Who is the player? Gasperini. What a disaster. He said, I don't know who's that guy. Did you see that or not, guys? I died, guys. I have no idea who that guy is, he said. He's playing against tomorrow. No idea. Who? He said, Gasperini. What is that? He said, who's that? What? No, he said, what is that? He didn't even know it was a person. Oh my man, this was so funny. So funny. Then he said, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I was not aware. They are playing tomorrow, Champions League, Barcelona against Atalanta. Never heard about it. Oh, that was really funny. According to me, it was really funny. Not funny. I don't know, just to tell you that sometimes this is really an example, we are more informed than them. No? Okay, guys, they are playing against Atalanta in Champions League. Okay, they are second in Champions League. They are not risking. But you go in press conference. You play against Atalanta tomorrow that won the trophy of UEFA against Leverkusen. It's a coach that is there since 10 years. You never heard about Gasperini, guys. Then who? No, then some players, then some. We are a lot informed. I mean, we inform ourselves, we read, we the Tifosi, we are more informed than a lot of players, they don't care. Then at the end, nobody is asking them to know the name of the coach. But it's just to tell you, how deep you go in preparing yourself a game, to maybe look at the stats. It's tomorrow. It's not like if you tell me today, Beppe, you are playing against, I don't know, against who are we playing in a Club World Cup? You see, just to tell you, I forgot already. But let's say you are playing against Al Ali. But today I don't know. I can tell you a few names of the players, but I don't know who's the coach. But we are playing in the month of June. No, Alain. Yeah. But I was giving an example like that. I know that we are playing against the other one, but City. We are playing. I forgot. You see, I forgot. We were playing against. If you tell me, Pepe, we are playing against City, I know that the coach is Pep Guardiola. No, with that I don't know. If you tell me with that, I have no idea of any player. But I will inform myself. I will know a bit at least. No, these guys, they are playing. They are the players. They are going and play. They don't know who is Gasperini. But it's strange, no? I think it's really strange. I really think it's strange. It made me laugh, of course, but I think it's really strange. Really, really, really strange. Juve apparently wants to stay 2 more hours here. No, I started indeed at 10 p.m. today, so it was early. Waiting for some news. Let's see if we have some news that are coming. Maldini. Yeah, because you know that Lookman is injured and they would love to go for or Maldini, Atalanta, or for... What was another one? It was Maldini, or I heard about another name today for Atalanta. Maldini or... Was not Esposito. Who was it? Raspadori, bravo. Mamma mia. Raspadori, that was the name. Yeah, you see, they go immediately, but they are lucky. These guys are lucky. I told you, Atalanta, they are so lucky, eh? Every time that they have injured player, it arrives in the open mercato. And Luca, it's true. They were also speaking about Luca, which would be strange because it's a totally different player. But you see the luck that they have. We have injuries when it's over, the mercato. Not that we are able to do things during the mercato, but you see, these guys, it's not that it happened on the 4th of February. No, right on time to go and invest on a new player. It's strange. That team is strange. Lucky team. And sometimes you have the luck on your side, which is also important in everything, in life, in football. It's important to have luck. No? Beppe, we loan PL players who fail there. We are good. But this is a reality, guys, that if you follow the channel since long, I predicted years ago. I said, soon you will hear teams like Bournemouth competing with big clubs in Italy. I said that. And then it started to be real when Newcastle was fighting against Milan for Botman. Do you remember? And Newcastle won because they took Botman. After an entire summer of seduction game for Botman, then it was Newcastle that went for the player. Of course, there was the new investors of Newcastle. They had a lot of money. They are in Premier League. But I said it was not yet at the level of Bournemouth. But then we saw that a lot of players with teams like Bournemouth, like at the end, Huijsen goes to Bournemouth instead of staying at Juve. West Ham happened to Juve. West Ham and Todibo. We know that. But we are there. And you know what will happen? But I predicted that 3 years ago already. I said, if there is no Super League and there is no regulation, what will happen is that soon we will arrive in a situation where the Premier League will be that saturated in terms of players. It will be too much. Like Chelsea, 42 players. But like a lot of other teams, it's too much. So they will start changing between them for the players that they don't want. Like, for example, Rashford, that will go from one team to the other, that in the beginning phase. But then the teams will, because that will be with the good players from England, from the people that are already there, they will start to switch. But then you will have new entries every time. So it's not that you can go an extra large teams. So what will happen is that they will start putting them on the market. First of all, you will have a team from Saudi Arabia that will go and invest. That's what they already did with the first wave 2 years ago. Boom. Importing a lot of players from other leagues. Then they will also go at a certain moment to the Premier League in saying, oh, we know that you have an overdue of players, let's come to us. And more Saudi Arabia Premier League will grow, more players will not go anymore from the Premier League to Serie A, to Liga, to Bundesliga, or to La Liga. They will go immediately. So that step is now, today. What is the step today? Is you have the Premier League that is established, the good players from the other leagues are the Ajax of the Premier League. They create talents and they send them there. That league is growing. The good players, they exchange them between them. The other players that they don't need, they send them, I'm not saying back, but the one that they don't need, they send them to the other leagues on loan because nobody has money, or they sell some, and that's what happened. But in the future, that step could even be totally gone. Because what happened in the flow is they go in Serie A, in Bundesliga, and after a few years, they go to MLS, they go to Saudi Arabia. But Saudi Arabia is really investing a lot in these players, in the infrastructure, in a competitive league, that I'm really thinking that from Premier League, all the talent pools, all the great players, instead of doing that middle step, first Europe there, and then they will go immediately to switch. But I said that 3 years ago. That was a logic consequence. So I am sad but not surprised. So today what is happening is we go for these players a la Renato Veiga, a la Chuku, a la players that are not playing in their clubs. And that we can see the potential in maybe seducing them, saying, good, look, you're good here, you have a beautiful life, Italy is beautiful, you have good food, you have beautiful infrastructure. We are guaranteeing you to play with continuity Champions League, because that's maybe the only joker that bigger clubs in these leagues have. So Juventus, Inter, Milan, Bayern Munich, Dortmund, Leipzig, these are clubs that they have one joker. They tell you, if you come to us, you have 90% probabilities of playing every single year the Champions League. While if you go to Manchester United, you don't know. If you go to Liverpool and you have a bad year, well, you are out. If you go to Chelsea, you are not sure. So it could be that on a time lapse of 5 years of contract, maybe you do only twice the Champions League. If you have, that negative cycle or something that is happening, because you have too many clubs that can pretend to that Champions League spot. A lot of time I hear but in Italy you have a lot of competition. It's the most unpredictable league. I am not sure about that, because in Italy I can guarantee you that for the top 4 you have 6 teams. It's that. 6 teams. And they always go there. Sometimes you have the surprise of Bologna for a 5th spot, but it's 6 teams that are fighting for the top 4. And in that top 6, you have 3 that are always participating. Milan is a bit of doubt, but Inter, Juve are sure. Atalanta starts to be now a real consistent one. And then you have Milan, Napoli, Milan. Sometimes you have the miracle Lazio, but it's not substitutes in all of them. And sometimes you have Roma. But that's a beautiful card. While in Premier League, you have a lot of competition. In Bundes, you don't have competition. It's always the same. Dortmund, Bayern Munich, and now you have a Leverkusen with that project. Let's see if they will be able to continue that project also in the future without Xavi Alonso when he will leave. Let's see. But that could possibly happen. Today they are playing the Champions League of Asia, but that would be a big game changer. And that's why I'm not surprised, but I don't know if that will happen soon or not, but I'm not surprised to see, where was it? Wait, I had it. I prepared it, and let me check if I can find it or not. Oh, damn. You see, breaking news. Victor Boniface, that is 24, will join Al Nasr. Medical is complete, 60 million fee to Leverkusen. Plus, Boniface will earn a wage of 15 million net per season. Look, guys, I went to Saudi Arabia, to Riyadh. I visited. I enjoyed it so much. It's a really beautiful spot. It's a really good place. And I heard about the vision, the philosophy. There is a plan. There is a real plan. They believe in it. They go for it, which in Italy I didn't hear. I don't know what is the plan of Italy. Honestly, if I was not Italian, if I was not a Juventino, if I was a football player, and today they present me, you can come to Serie A, you can go to Saudi Pro League. We pay you in Serie A 2 million euro, and we take you on loan with an option because we are not sure, let's see, we don't know. Or the other ones are telling me, look at the stadiums, look at the infrastructure, look at the players that we are bringing in, look at the salary that you will have, 50 million per euro. Look at this. Oh, there is a plan, huh? There is a plan. People are saying Beppe for president. Thank you, Juan. I don't think that would be the solution at all. No, I'm just speaking. I'm ranting. I'm sad. But I'm not the only one. I think that everyone is thinking logically and was already thinking about that logically years ago. They anticipated it. They knew it. You know, the only thing that is real is that we don't want to admit it. And some people, they forget about it. And today, they complain of the situation of Juventus and other Italian teams, because it's not only Juve in that situation. They complain, but they didn't listen in the past. It was highly anticipating. We knew it. We knew about it. We were already seeing it here on the channel. And I am nobody. It was too evident, too clear, guys. Too clear that this would happen, because and it will get worse, because Premier League will continue to grow with broadcast revenues, with more and more interest. You saw what happened, for example, Serie A is not broadcasted in France. Serie A is not standard broadcasted in UK. Luckily, they had a fantastic solution with OneFootball. Do you remember? They sponsored the channel. I spoke a bit. I'm happy that a lot of people, they jumped on that solution to follow Serie A on OneFootball, but it was not sold to UK. That's a disaster, UK, France, it's really a disaster. I think it's a disaster. So then you have a 24 years old player. He's fantastic. He went to Belgium first, then he went to Leverkusen, and now he leaves. I told you, I'm not lying, I'm not lying. I'm watching the Saudi Arabia Pro League. I'm watching now when I have time. Yesterday it was a shocker. Al Ittihad, they drew. They were first, equal with Al Hilal. Same points. Al Ittihad from Benzema plays. They do 1-1. In the evening, you have the opportunity for the first time for Al Hilal to go over. They lose 1-0. They come back at 1-1. They lose in the last minutes with goal of Aubameyang. Guys, I know Aubameyang. I know Benzema. I know that player. So it's fun to watch. And now they are at -1 point. So instead of going at +2, they are at -1. It's sexy. I love it. Thank you, Abdul Rahman Bashan. Thank you for a donation. Next time, write something so that at least I know what you think, what you want to comment, or where you're from. But thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Really appreciate it, my friend. It was funny. Mitrovic is playing with Al Hilal. And I cannot tell you why he didn't play the last game because I'm not an expert neither. Bebo is saying, Beppe, nobody cares about the league. No, I care. So, no, if you don't care, Bebo, that's all the respect. I care. But it's also important if you want to complain about Juve, if you want to understand the system of where football is going to, it's important to look wider, to understand what is going on with the mechanics of football. Because if you want to only go into your hole and looking at yourself and not paying attention, what is happening? That you will not understand. At a certain moment, you will be there, you will say, I don't know. You will say, I don't know, why is this happening? Because you don't watch wider of what is happening. So you need to inform yourself. This is what I really believe. Of course, how can we forget that? The tactics, honestly, I didn't do them. I spoke, you know what I did? I spoke with my friend Adrian. I promised you today, Rabona TV, that is supporting also Benfica. I wrote him a message today. No, it's not true. He sent me a message. Said, Beppe, you had a typo in the title of your video. I watched, it was correct, of course, because instead of writing Xavi, I wrote Xaxi instead of Xavi in the title of today's morning. So he sent me a message, Beppe, you had a mistake, which proves that he's watching the video. I'm honored, when I see Rabona TV, when I see Colo99, these huge, big YouTubers with already the beautiful plate at home from great creators that are following my channel, that are sending me messages. I'm always proud. It's really beautiful. So thank you for that, guys, for everyone, but also for these huge big they are inspirations to me, so it's really beautiful. So he was sending me that message, and then I said, you were pissed off because I didn't speak about Benfica today, you wanted to inform yourself. He said, no, it was actually good that you didn't speak about Benfica because we are a real disaster at the moment. And then I said, Adrian, we are also a disaster, and I sent him that emoji of the handshake. So we didn't speak about tactics. I think that tomorrow there is no tactic. You want to know? Tomorrow you win. Basta. You play, you win. You play with a bit of care, a bit of grinta, and you go. No, it's easy. Of course, it's super easy to say. Then I'm not against seeing Douglas Luiz. I tell you, I would. This is a predicted lineup from Alfredo Pedula. We are not sure if this one is the correct one. I trust on lineups much more Giovanni Albanese that didn't tweet the lineup yet, which makes me extremely annoyed. Wait, let me check if we can see here. Giovanni Albanese. No, he didn't. He didn't at the moment, so I'm waiting for that. But honestly, I don't care. No, it's not that I don't care about the game. I care about the game. Of course, I want to win. Play. Look, you played Douglas Luiz here. I would have rested Cope Manners tomorrow. It was the time to let him stay on the bench. Really. I'm curious about Vlahovic. I'm really curious about Vlahovic. Oh, then this lineup, guys. We are. How many players away are we from a starting Juve? Not that much, Not that much. Yeah. No. But I said now I want to win. I'm a Juventino. Of course, I want to win. We need to win. We must win also for us. But if you tell me, Beppe, there is one game you're obliged not to win between, and I said it earlier, but between these three, there is one game you are obliged not to win. You cannot win. I tell you, Benfica. Empoli and Como, unfortunately, are at the moment more important than Benfica. That's a reality. Why not Thuram? It's difficult to comment why not Thuram before having the 100% guarantee that this is the lineup, or at least the one from Giovanni Albanese that is a bit more correct. Then it could be that Pedrola had the information before the other ones, but I prefer to go on Giovanni Albanese. Why not? Because I tell you, we have Empoli and Como that are... But it's strange because also the dates, we play tomorrow on the 29th, and then you play the Empoli on Sunday, and then the other one against Como on the 9th, so you really have all the time in the world to rest. I really don't understand it. Thank you, Abdul Rahman. That is saying, Beppe, it's not about Motta. Beppe, the management needs more stability. How do you want players to show character if they don't know if they stay or not? Yes and no, but attention, I think that the management needs to be reinforced. I agree. It's not only about Motta. And I always said that. You remember when I told you, before thinking about Allegri in, Allegri out, let's structure from here, from the top. That's the most important. Ownership, president, CEO, sporting project, and then the other project like the financial ones, the marketing ones. That's first. That a winning club is solid there. Of course, you have the exceptions, and you win one time and the things were good, great. But a consistent, strong, solid team starts there. After that, when you have the sporting side, you have the financial side, you have the marketing side, you have all these structure, you go with the second layer. And then you can speak about technical staff, about the coach, about the players that are coming next. I 100% agree with that. Giuntoli arrived. It's his second season now. I think that he did a few mistakes in the summer, but not that much, to be honest. We can go through the list. He didn't close Calafiori, which is annoying, but that was more on Bologna side. And with competition with Arsenal, Arsenal won. They gave twice what we wanted to offer. Okay. But Thuram, for 20 million, is a good player. Conceição, on loan, with already an agreement that you can go for the close as a priority, is a good loan. Kalulu is, luckily, Kalulu is there. Who else? I think all the players that we signed in. The two that are missing today, even Cabal, the two that were missing today are the two big ones. Koopmeiners, Douglas Ruiz. Koopmeiners. These two are missing. These two were actually supposed to bring Juventus to an elevated standard. These two are not performing today. But can you blame Giuntoli on going on these two? Probably not, because we were speaking about top 3 midfielders in terms of performance from Premier League and the best midfielder of Serie A, consistent over the last 3 seasons. So you spend a bit of money where you have certainties. The only thing that is actually breaking my balls is that the certainties where you invested a lot of money, these are the players that are missing today, because the other ones are performing. So do I blame 100% Giuntoli? No. What I blame him on are that we have no sub-striker. If you trust that Milik will be there tomorrow, okay, Giuntoli is not a doctor, but if you trust Milik to be there tomorrow and thinking that he will resist the entire season at backup of Vlahovic, then you made a mistake. 1. 2, the winter mercato. I don't appreciate the winter mercato of Giuntoli. It's not easy, but I don't appreciate that winter mercato. No, Mirra, you can blame ownership, you can blame president, you can blame CEO, you can blame Giuntoli, you can blame Motta, you can blame some players as well. I really believe that all of them have their parts of responsibility. Now, to say disaster mercato, this, no, it's not true. Sometimes you have a bit of luck, sometimes not. It's just strange that the two big players that we signed are the two players that are not performing, because the other ones are good. Then probably, and that's another thing that you can blame Giuntoli, is you wanted really to turn the page extremely fast, and probably a bit too fast. You know, when we say you cannot change all the team, that's why a lot of time the coach is paying the price of changing all the team, because you cannot do it. But I think that Giuntoli didn't listen to that one. He went with, we can change the entire team. I just need 1 year and I change the entire team. If you're looking at the lineup of tomorrow, guys, Perin is there, but you have tomorrow, you have Kalulu, Savona, Koopman, Douglas Luiz, Conceição, Bangula, 6 players that were not there last year. But if you're looking at our entire roster with Di Gregorio, with Thuram, with Colomwani now, with Rui, Alberto Costa, Adzic, Cabal, Renato Veiga, we changed the entire team, guys. And maybe it's a bit too optimistic to not only change that, plus changing the coach and going much lower in terms of maturity and experience in age. It's a lot of work that if you fail, you fail. What I blame as well, the management, is the situation of Danilo. We didn't need to keep Danilo, but you needed to be 100% clear with him. He's the captain of the team. You needed to be clear with him, saying, "Oh, guy, look, your performances are decreasing. You're still too much attached with the old management. You are not the right captain for Juventus anymore. So we find an agreement. You continue to train with the team in the summer, because we don't want to put you out of the team, but you need to find a team, because you will not play. And if you are there at the 1st of September with Mercato close, we take an official decision that you are not captain of the team anymore, because you are not a starter." And he would have looked for another team, guys. These discussions could have been internally solved with, after Rabiot, Danilo leaving, instead of doing the mess that we did now, because it's not a beautiful looking image, honestly. It's not. It's not. Bebo is saying, Danilo, biggest joke captain we ever had. Of course, if you are comparing to the one that I have behind, Chiellini, Del Piero, Gianluigi Buffon, Scirea, Vialli, is absolutely not at the level of these players, but they also don't have the pretension to do it. You have, according to me, a captain is an example. Is an example. On and off the field, in terms of behavior. Is someone that is not only speaking, but also acting. And I believe that in acts, Danilo has been a really great captain. Then I read also the opinions of other people of Danilo. I know it. That you don't like Danilo for the level of player, because he's not at the level of a Buffon, of a Chiellini, of a Del Piero, of a Gianluca Vialli, and he will never be, and he has never been. It's not his fault, huh? It's not his fault. Can you blame a player for not being as strong as the other ones? No. But from the moment that he arrived at Juve, that he understood Juve in that first year, he has been impeccable on and on the field in terms of behavior as a captain. As a captain, I cannot blame him anything, and I don't agree with the comment of Bebo saying he was the worst captain ever, because it's not true. Because it's not true. Because it's absolutely not true. Except, of course, if you tell me now here, what are the things that Danilo did wrong, except of games that he played that were not at the level? I would agree as well that in terms of values, I think that Danilo has been a better captain than Bonucci. Bonucci will be a much bigger legend as a player than Danilo at Juve, without any doubt. But if you are comparing the persons, the captaincy, which is not the strength of a football player, according to me, Danilo has been one that I find myself much more in as captain and values. No, I would not say Bebo is not a real Juventino or not. It's a member of the channel. Maybe he received it as a gift. Maybe he did it himself. I don't know. He's interested. So I would not say that. It's not because people are not thinking the same that they are not real Juventini. Because then we go towards what people said last year. I don't like that. But maybe Bebo has an opinion that, according to me, which is not always the right thing, is not right. But you see that Bebo has another other expectation of a captain. Here is saying Danilo is a weak player. That is enough to me to not be captain. Because you have another expectation of what is captain. That is, according to me, an evidence that probably or you never played football or you have never been in a team also at work where it's not always the best one. Look, I have been manager a lot of time of people that in certain aspects were much better than me. But I was a better manager. I have seen, like we know, I was managing stores all across Europe. I have seen sales associates that were fantastic. They could have sold whatever to who. They were impeccable in terms of selling things. I was good as well, but I had no problem in admitting, I mean, these guys are good. I was also giving training sessions, but these people, they could not train other people, for example, or they were just caring about that. They were not good in other aspects. And I have always been a good captain. I have always been a good manager in managing my teams. It's not always the best one in a certain aspect that becomes a good leader. It's not. It's not. It's not. Then don't forget also that Danilo is the captain of a dying Juve. He arrives with Sarri, where that first year was not good of Danilo. I didn't like that first year of Danilo. He did an exceptional year with Pirlo, but in a dying Juve, the first Juve that didn't win the Scudetto. Then he continued to play well. He continues to play well with Allegri until last year in that injury. Fantastic player? No. No. Honestly, no. I will not remember Danilo for the one that I want to put to my 96-97 Juve. Strongest Juve of all time, or the one of 2003, or the one of 2017. I would probably not put him there in these teams, but that's behavior, guys. If you're not able to see with acts behaviors from someone that is a correct person, then I cannot help you, guys. Then you hate for the player that he was in terms of qualities, but that's not what captain means. For example, Federico Chiesa, fantastic player. He's not captain material. Like Dusan Vlahovic is not captain material. Like a lot of players that are really great, they are not captain material. Like, for example, Szczesny that tells you in front of microphone, I am not a captain. Because when I received a bit more pressure on that one, and I would have totally failed. I would have played even bad in my role. I agree. It's not the Danilo's fault, but it says a lot about where the club is. I agree with that. I agree 100% with that. Danilo would probably not have been the captain in other Juves with much more leaders, which much more... He would probably not have been. But it's not his fault that Juventus is in a difficult cycle. And again, find me other players that with acts show they like Danilo. No, I don't agree. I don't agree. My opinion. My own opinion that can be discussed, of course. I waited for motivations. I didn't receive any valid motivations. I saw someone online that were saying, yeah, but he's a mediocre player. I will not miss Danilo. I will not miss Danilo on the field. Let's that be clear. But this is not captain. This is not only captain. Sorry, this is not only captain. Technical players are not always good captains. Matthew! And then we'll close that, guys. It's strange because I started too early. Beppe, if you aren't going to change the whole team like they did, what do you do then? One big move, a bunch of small complementary moves. No, if you do, good. But then you need to make sure that we are working, because you know what's the problem? That today we have 37 points in Serie A, that we are not in the top 4, that we are risking the top 4, that we don't win, that we don't see any progression at the moment. And that's huge, huh? If you do it, you need to be certain. You need to be certain at 100%. Certain. Not that you will win the Champions League, that you will win the Scudetto immediately, but that you will improve, because you take a big, huge responsibility here. I hope that these players can give a lot. Colomoni, Renato Vega, Conceição until the end, because at the end of the season, Conceição, if there is still not 100% certainty that he continues to be a Juve player, do you think that he will put really his foot there? Then don't forget, it's a player at today. If we go to the Club World Cup, we have no Conceição at today. We have no Colomoni, we have no Renato Vega. It's tough to do like that. It's tough. So I don't know if he will be with his father or not next season. Let's see, because the problem is, he could go with his father, and then 6 months later his father is gone. Yesterday he was fighting with the captain of Milan Calabria. What a strange situation. I don't know who's right or who's wrong, but it's not beautiful looking. It's really strange to see these kind of things after a victory. So let's see. Tomorrow we play indeed Champions League, so tomorrow will be a funny one, because tomorrow we go with Champions League. We will know. Yeah, we will know, I believe, 2 teams that we could potentially play against. Yeah. After the triple whistle of all the game, we'll know what ranking we have and against which 2 teams we could play. Then you need to wait on Friday to understand if it will be this team or the other team. That. So tomorrow, pre-game, watch-along, post-game will be funny. And then Thursday, we have this one. Look at that. I reveal you who are the other guests of Thursday. So Thursday, who do we have? Thursday, boop, we have me, Beppino is there. Then we have Luca from GFTV that a lot of people were asking for. We have Marco from IFTV and CBS, and we have Hashball that yesterday made an interesting video about cope manners, why it's not working at Juve. Luca has already been here twice. Marco is my great friend since a long time, and Hashball will be the first time. So Hashball is not a Juventino, but he loves Serie A, he loves Juve as well. But it's also interesting to have an external eye and take. So I'm really curious. I think to start with, it's really a nice parterre, I believe. It's really nice guest. Guest will not always be the same. We start with these three and then we will alternate, we will change. I'm super happy to have that lineup. Of course, you know it. Be grateful, and I mean, be respectful for the guests that we have, which doesn't mean that you can agree or disagree with them. But I'm super happy to have these three to start with, and then we will change. Open debate with, of course, the people from the chat that will speak, will tell us what they think or not. I will pin the comments. I can't wait. It will be every Thursday. I think that I need to check, but the timing should be always at 9:30 p.m. my time, which is even earlier than what I started today. We go with 1 hour live. Should be a good one. I think, and then we'll try also to have a journalist like Agresti, like Monblano. There will be Farad from Turin Giants. I will invite Colo99 as well here on the channel. We have a lot. We have a lot of people that I have already in my list. Fiago already said yes, that he will join us as well. And wait, so then you know it, huh? If I do some polls on Instagram, etc., participate to tagging, tagging a players. For example, we go with Lichtsteiner. Boom, Lichtsteiner, we want you, Lichtsteiner. Then these people, they will see all this notification, will say, what is happening there? Or you want Patrice Evra. Let's go, Patrice Evra. We want you there. Patrice, we need you. But that's why I'm waiting that the show is going like 3, 4, 5 episodes. And when we'll have like 3, 4, 5 episodes, I can have a bit more credible also numbers. That's why I didn't start with Mercato. I want to start actually, a bit before the end of the Mercato, but to have realistic numbers. If it's for 100 people, guys, you know it, huh? If 100 people are watching live, I'm not sure if we will continue to do it for really long, because then it's difficult to convince also huge, big people to come. If we are like today, Mercato, we were 500, then you start really to speak and you start having a good viewership. I'm not sure if Evra will accept for sure. Huh? I'm not sure. Huh? So, hopefully you will be there. Do you have another question or not? Or we close? Let me check here how much Juventini more we have. Yeah. Here we talk. That's beautiful. Yeah, Rav as well, I would love. But I need to ask him if he also want to put his camera on. We already said it, John. The third guy is Hashbal. You can find him also on the internet, but you will discover him. Calma, John. Questions or not? Juventus with but we know. You copy pasted. You know why I know that you copy pasted it? Because I saw that tweet, and in that tweet there was exactly the same mistake in the word Deschamps. So I saw the tweet with the mistake of the word Deschamps that was written Deschmap, and I pay attention because I recognize that tweet. What a player, Dashmap. And this thing, what a player, Dashmap. 18 Champions League games tomorrow, all at the same time. Que disastro. Roller coaster of emotion? Yes and no, huh? Honestly, yes and no. Because, how many roller coaster do we have here? Not a lot, huh? Look, Liverpool is first. They can be second. If they lose and if Barcelona wins, they can potentially be second. What does it change for them? Nothing. Arsenal, Inter, they're already in the top 8. Who cares? Here everyone has 13. Yeah, maybe some. They can say we can enter top 8. Yeah, top 8 could be. Here a lot is already decided. Sparta Prague, these teams they cannot. Oof. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Until the 28, they cannot. So there are like 4 spots to be played. I don't know. Beppe, when will the official date game? From what game? After the Champions League draws. Now you don't know yet if Juventus will play the 11th or the 12th for the Champions League, and then the week after 18th or 19th. So from that moment on, you will have a bit more clarity. Beppe is Juventus News Poirot. I don't know what it means. Beppe is Juventus News Poirot. Is that good or not? I don't know what it is. Can someone explain me what it is? I don't know what it is. The Pirate. But is it an animal? I have no idea what it is. No idea. If we lose, we might not make... No, we already qualified. Hercule Pirate is a detective. But that's good or not? I don't know, because some are good, some are bad. Yeah, okay, it's but is it a good one? Poirot is a Belgian detective. I don't know, guys, who you are speaking about. Guys, it's like 2 hours 30. I'm live. You are telling me Poirot is French, he's Belgium, he's a detective. It's good. If it's good, it's good. Ciao, Beppe. Thanks for all the comments of mine you read. Thank you. It's my pleasure. I didn't read a lot today. But what did you say at a certain moment? I saw you one time commenting. I don't know what you said at a certain moment. You said something strange. I don't remember. I promise you that I avoided one of your comments because it was a strange comment. Then the other ones I don't know. Here, I'm going back. Here, you spoke with Ahmed. When you speak, between you, I don't pin it. Here. What a leader. He leaves by saying we have a fantasy project, adding more fuel to the fire. Yeah, it was a good comment that I didn't see. I'm sorry, Codino. Matthew, grande Matthew. Beppe, I'm confused. If we add people in the Juve Mercato, we can't add them for Champions League, even if we made the final. Okay, you have one more open window to change your list, and it is after the game of tomorrow. There you will have a possibility to change players, to add players, to substitute players. People told me, but I'm lazy. I tell you the truth, I am lazy. But people told me that you can substitute up to a max of 3 players. And they all told me, yeah, Beppe, we saw it in the rules of UEFA. I didn't see it black on white. So until today, I cannot promise you that. But all the people told me it's like that. So I trust them, and I tell you that according to them, it's only 3 players. Up max to 3 players that you can add. But it has always been like that you have only 2 lists. Huh? The list for the group stages and the list after. The confusing thing is that in the past, Champions League was already over in December, the group stages, which meant that from January on, you could sign players. You had no Champions League in January, and you started again in February with Champions League, which means that you already knew who you sold and who you signed, and you could change the Champions League list. The difference now is that we are playing 2 games in the month of January in Champions League with Mercato that is open, and you cannot add them now. You will have to wait, and then you can add them. And this thing, it's like in Football Manager, it's 3 players only that you can sub. So if we go for Hansko, you will put Colomani, you will put Hansko, and you will put Gabri Vega. Alberto Costa will be out. Why? Because on the right side you have Savona, you have potentially Kalulu, you have Weston McKennie that can play there as well. So there is no chance for Alberto Costa. Renato Vega. Yeah. So if you want to go towards the Champions League list, I can show you. Champions League list will be. You don't even have to put Bremer out, guys. Would be these 3 players. For goalkeeper, Let me put it a bit smaller so that we fit a bit more all the players. Thuram. I'm not putting starter or bench player. It's just to put them on the field what it could look like. Nico Gonzalez. Colomani. No, I will not put Cambiaso, guys. Looks like he will leave. Rui is already in the Champions League list, so it makes no sense to take him out of that list. Adzic is also in that list. Weah is also in that list. Bremer is in the list. Cabal is in the list. Milik is in the list. Even Arthur is in the list. You know that. Arthur is in the list. Let's say that Hansko comes. Or another central defender. This is your list, guys. Who is out of who is new? New is Colomani. Is Hansko, and is, where is he? Yeah, I didn't put Vega. Vega. Viva Las Vegas. You have Vega, Hansko. Here, like this. 1, 2, 3 new players. Who is out of the list? It's at the moment, it's Cambiaso, Fagioli, and let's say that you take a third player. You can take whoever you want. Arthur. Cambiaso, Arthur, and Fagioli. If Fagioli would stay, you need to take another one. You take, I don't know, Cabal up. That's your list. Danilo. Bravo. And Danilo. Indeed. Yeah, Danilo is out. So you don't need. You can leave another player because technically Danilo is out of that list. It's right. But it's Hansko, or it's Kelly, or it's Brenda, or it's Donna, whatever. Whoever comes instead as a center back. If we have no other players that are coming in, then it will probably be Alberto Costa that will join. Or Puao. But even if Vlahovic leaves in the last days, we will not replace him, so... There are some voices that are saying that he could potentially be back for the Club World Cup. That potentially we could even bring him there, but not at the level that he was this year. Calma, tranquillo. But yeah. Kostic, no, he's not back. He is not back, Kostic. But next year he will be back because he will not be signed permanently from Fenerbahce. He's not doing well. Other news. Looks like it's calm, huh? The calm before the storm. Here, people were crying about Pellegrini. You remember? No, Pellegrini, we love Pellegrini, we love Pellegrini. He did bad at Lazio, now he's about to go to Como. Pellegrini, we cannot play football without Pellegrini. What a disaster. I remember. People, seriously, sometimes, guys, you have these kinds of ideas of we love Pellegrini. I always told you, boo, I don't like the player. That's for the people that are always saying, but you like everyone. It's not true. I didn't like Pellegrini, I didn't like Rovella. Yeah, it's true. But she's there since a few weeks. We didn't see the impact of Vanya at the moment. Looks like she needs to put a bit more magic, because at the moment it's not really. Mamma mia, again with the hipster here. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Don't make me hate Como. Please don't make me hate Como. Mamma mia. You know that I hate Sassuolo because of Carnevali. I don't like Atalanta because of the hype of fans. Don't make me hate Como, guys. Don't make me hate Como. Mamma mia. What a disaster. What disaster. They think it's like Wrexham with these guys there. By the way, where is the other season? Is there another season of Wrexham? It was funny. But no, don't make me hate please don't make me hate Wrexham. Como. What they will become strong. Build the stadium first. Build the stadium. Who are they buying, guys? I don't know who they are buying. Mamma mia, I don't know. They will be strong like Frosinone. I hope so. Strong like Frosinone. They lost Wrexham. I had some difficulties because it was fun. It was a funny show. The problem is that I like, of course, Notts County more than Wrexham. When they were fighting for that promotion, it was difficult for me to 100% support Wrexham. No, but it's nice. And then the last one. Then I need to stop, guys. Beppe, with Cambiaso leaving, can we finally get Berardi? I don't know about Berardi. Will he leave or not? Because they were sure. They were sure that he would leave, and then whatever. I don't know. Are there rumors about Berardi? Boo. I saw the 2 seasons of Wrexham. No, I don't know where he stays there, guys. Calipino, saying, speak English with Vanessa. Good channel for you, Beppe. Huh? Speak English with Vanessa. Good channel for you, Beppe. What is that? It's on YouTube. Let me check before I go to bed. Speak English with Vanessa. I'm scared already. I don't like her face. That's a problem already. Now she has an annoying face. Oh, mamma mia. No. I cannot. Sorry, guys. No. Oh, I didn't say she's ugly. She's a pretty beautiful woman. Huh? That's not the problem. It's just I don't like. She looks fake. Look, I don't like. She looks fake. Here. Like, I'm happy. No, you're not happy. Why are you happy? Because you know 250 English words. I don't care about that. No, I don't like. I don't like. I don't like. She I don't know. I don't know her. My first feeling is that I cannot trust her. She will sell me a course. I'm sure she will sell me a course. I don't know. Ah, it's a comedy channel. Ah, it's to laugh. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know her, and so it's really naughty what I'm doing. But I don't know. You see, people are laughing because it's my first feeling. Give me another channel. I will tell you what I think about the person without knowing the person. But oh, guys, 6.5 million subscribers. I can learn, probably from her. I can learn from her how to do YouTube. I told you people that I do not know. If you tell me Megan Fox and AGC, I know them. Bianconeri, I know. I told you channels from people I don't know. I told you I will not speak bad about other people from the Juve community that are doing content. We should be grateful for people that are doing content on Juve. A lot are not it's difficult because you have people are criticizing, then people are telling, hey, but you didn't do that well, and I could do better. So we should be grateful for people are putting content. Then if you want me to say bad about them, no. Do I like everyone? No, I don't like everyone. Like, not everyone likes me, which is normal. But I will not say bad things, guys. Unless, no, but from the moment that you know persons, then it's different. T Ford on YouTube. Let's see. I want to check T Ford on YouTube. Who is T Ford? Looks like a car. T Ford. Let's see. T Ford. I will show you first. Oh, guys. No, I will stop. I will stop that game. Maybe it's one of you guys, huh? We don't know, huh? Maybe it's one of you. Who knows? If T Ford is maybe Chef or GigaChat or Sasha or you don't know, huh? And then I'm saying I don't like your face or like Massimo. Maybe it's Massimo Lesti. T Ford is maybe Massimo Lesti. We don't know, Or the brother of Massimo Lesti or the cousin, and I'm here. I'm saying no, I don't like your face or whatever. No. I will stop that. It's not a good game. I don't like that game. No. He looks happy. He looks happy. That's good. Ah, I know her. Ah, it's clickbait. Ma. Outsiders. Okay, I go with the last one, from Marcello, because it's outsiders. Ah, but I know them. Of course I know them. Where is he? Where is my friend? What's his name? Here. Willow. Willow is good, huh? Willow is good. Willow is really good. And I think they are forming a really beautiful duo. But I know them, so I cannot really be objective here because I know them. But I didn't know that they had that channel as well. It's a big channel, huh? But Willow is good in French about football. I don't watch enough Willow because he's slow, he's relaxed when he's speaking, but he's really good. He's really good. Fantastic content. Fantastic content. Chapeau Willow. And I think he's forming a really good duo with him. He's speaking slow, tranquil, or relaxed. Really, but super good takes. Look, he has 1 million subscribers, guys. Wow. But it's all relax, chill, cozy atmosphere. No, but good channel. It's different, huh? Maybe one day I should do that. Stopping with every day putting too much content and going like one video a week. Good elaborated one video. Different. I don't know. I have one for you. I am Puma. It's a mountain lion named Messi. I am Puma. Let me check. I am Puma. Oh. Never heard about it. But I cannot judge an animal, no? Hello, we are Sasha and Masha, and this is our Puma. His name is Messi. We bought this Puma from the petting zoo at the age of 1 year. We live in a party where Messi has a... Oh. It's interesting. If you like the life of a Puma, it's interesting. It's scary a bit, huh? No? I love il Puma Emerson. Il Puma Emerson. But you know that McFly, he's there. He's on the sofa. Tranquilo, relaxed, he's listening. I told you, he knows everything about Juve. And then when I finish here, I put myself a bit in the sofa to relax, and then he comes next to me. He knows it's over with the life, but no, he's there. He doesn't come too much here. You know when he comes here? When he's hungry. But yeah, in the middle of the night, he doesn't eat. But when he's hungry, yeah. Bald and Bankrupt is your brother, Beppe. But Bald and Bank is that a channel? I think I can really rename. Yeah, here I can really rename my channel like that. Bald and Bankrupt.
The Darien.
But wait, what are these channels, guys? I never heard about. They have 4 million, 2 million, 1 million, 6 million. Never heard. What are they doing to have that much? You know that I have a big project for this year that I want to do. But it's not really related to football, but I want to make a court métrage, a mini movie. I really want to do a mini movie. I want to make a mini movie with my son. So that's the project of me and my son. We want to do a mini movie without budget, of course. Yeah. A story like this. I want to make a movie. No, guys, you cannot do James Bond and these kind of things if you have no money. You need to invest for these kind of, or it looks extremely cheap. So I would no. We start. You start with a small movie. Look, this morning we were speaking to each other about the first ideas, because you also need to look that you have a message to share. You have and we're thinking, maybe I can tell you the first idea. It's maybe it will be something totally different, but the first idea, because it's zero budget, the first idea should be that you have like only two actors in that short movie. It's a short movie, okay? But the two actors are the same person. One when that person is young, one when that person is older. The young person will be played by my son, the old person will be played by me, okay? The idea is a bit to see a kid that is 16 years old that cannot bet because it's illegal on football games, that makes a list of betting games, and he asks his father if the father can go and play these games. He put a lot of games, he can win a lot, he can be really rich. His father said, bah, okay, I will do it later. That's a bit the pitch of the story, yeah? The kid watch on television, the result, boom, 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 all okay. In the last game, he goes to the game. He goes and watch the game that he played. It's the last game. And he wins. So he's extremely happy, he's celebrating, he's fantastic. Eh? And when he goes home, the father actually, because he was lazy, or I don't know, because he didn't believe in it, he didn't want to spend a bit of money, he didn't play it. He didn't play. So they could have been extremely rich, or the kid, but the father didn't play, didn't take his responsibility there. So they are not happy. The son doesn't forgive his father. He doesn't forgive his father, and he leaves home. They never speak to each other anymore because the son never accepted that fact. He never got, he never really accepted that the father didn't play, and because he didn't play, he's not rich and needs to work, and his future could have been totally different. So he leaves, okay? They don't speak to each other, but then, of course, the father, unfortunately, after a few years, passed away. And he regrets, because he said, I never spoke to my father. But in that moment, there is, boom, that alternative situation. The alternative situation where you go back in time, you see again the kid that is saying, go play the games that I told you. The father is doing it. He becomes rich, but because of the fact that, so you see again in an acceleration, again, all the moments where you're looking at the things, and then also watching the television and saying, oh, I have it, going to the game, also celebrating to have that. When he goes home, the father says, here's the ticket, we are rich, takes all that money, super rich, but because of that big money, because of so many, he actually decides to leave the country as well, living his life full of money, not having the time anymore because he's in another, class, etc., not having the time to speak a lot with his father because he has never time, because he's rich, And the father dies. And the kid is again, boom, back on that funeral, again, extremely sad, in saying, and that's where you realize that one way, what if? But it's not when you're saying what if that the things are always better. Sometimes you always go towards the same result. It's just an alternate thing. that was the first idea I had this morning that I think can be done with a relatively cheap budget. You need to go to a football game, which is nice. You need to celebrate. So we never see the father. So the father, you can see the hands at a certain moment. You never really see the father. You don't have a lot of words, huh? There is not a lot of words. I think that it can even be a muted film. It's just the emotions that go towards the screen, like celebration, happiness, sadness, looks, you know. Oh, Massimo, that's why I say the kid cannot bet. The kid cannot bet because he's not 18. That's why the father needs to go. Yeah, we have a. Oh, me and my son, we watch a lot of movies. So if we want to do it, we want to do it really with really beautiful scenes, like beautiful shots, etc., etc. Maybe I will ask Andy to come over in Belgium, and we can use his drone to film some aerial views, or let's see. No, I know. Probably it will not happen, guys, huh? But I would love to do something like that. I would love to do something like that. Tahir Singh Beppe, let your son interview you. You will be surprised how amazing it can be. I don't I don't consider me important enough to be interviewed, especially not by my son, because you always have that father-son relationship, where you probably as a father will not go as open as you would do with someone else. So I don't know. We have a fantastic relationship with my son. I'm super open, but when you know it's on camera, plus your son maybe maybe one day we can do an interview, but I would prefer to do it with someone from you guys, huh? That we sit at a beautiful table. We can. That's something else, you know. Maybe we should do a concept with some people from Belgium, like you invite me, we sit down on the table, we speak, or we can do it in the car. Huh? 5 questions for Beppe in the car. I'm not driving, huh? I'm not driving. Even if it's an old concept. It's an old concept. Max Bond is going to the stadium tomorrow, from Ireland to the stadium tomorrow evening. Last time against Man City, our fans stole my phone and I got stuck in Turin without food. What a disaster. Pay attention, I would say. Where is your brother, Max? In this case, you call your brother. But you have no phone. But find a way to call your brother, or take your brother with you. Because if your brother was with you, you would not have any problem. No? Attention, I was waiting for that. Of course, you know who is the brother of Maxa? No? I hope you got the joke, because otherwise it's not funny. I hope you got the joke, otherwise it's not funny at all. Yeah, of course it's James. That was so funny. Sorry, Max, but I couldn't. It was too funny to not say it. What a stupid joke. Attention, we have maybe a confirmation here. What is he saying here? Thank you, Sir Raz, that already posted it in the Telegram group. So the lineup it's really small. So you want me to shift it? I can shift it. No. Oh, what did I do? What happened? I don't know what I did. Landscape. Can we show this? Wait. Okay. Okay. Perin in the goal. Savona, Gatti, Kalulu, McKenny, Douglas Lewis, Thuram, Yil. Ooh, you see, it's already a total different. It's already a total different. Ah. 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 That makes sense. That makes more sense. Not only because Koopmeiners is not there, but you are trying something different with Yildiz here, with Douglas Lewis a bit lower next to Thuram. No, Colomani cannot play tomorrow. You have Wea on the bench. You have Nico Gonzalez on the bench. It's good. Nico can enter in this position. Wea as well. You have a Koopmeiners that can enter, a Aziz that can enter. So at least we try something in a game where I told you a lot of time. It's not the game of our life. We must win because we are Juve, but I prefer to win Empoli and Como than the one of tomorrow. If we would have won against Bruges, I would have tell you Benfica is the most important one because I want to enter top 8. But now we are in this different situation. Who will be the captain in that lineup? I think Perin, without any doubt. Or he goes crazy and he give it to McKenny or to the birthday boy Vlahovic. Or Gatti again. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if they put a hierarchy for the second captain. I don't know. But that's not important tomorrow. Tomorrow important is that we break a bit with that non-win. I would love to finish 2025 with a win. No, finish January 2025 with a win that can open maybe a streak. Look, if we are able to win tomorrow, then you need to win against Empoli and Como, which on paper is feasible. And for the very first time this season, you have 3 victories in a row. And then you play the first Champions League game. We don't know against who. Then we play Inter, the second Champions League game. That will be a tough 3 games. And then you continue. I'm a bit more convinced about this one. Then it's a predicted lineup. Huh? It's a predicted lineup. Everything can change. But. People are saying, thank you, Jesus Christ. Let's not exaggerate now. Let's not exaggerate. Because here there are no changes. It's Douglas Luiz that is starting finally. I'm happy about that. So let's see. I'm really curious. Really, really curious. Attenzione. Angela doesn't like it. Who is Angela? Who is Angela? Yildiz and Conceição know how to assist each other. I like them next to Bangula and Vlahovic. Thomas is happy. Top comment in the tweet. Okay. No, yes. Actually, she likes it. It's not audio. It's audio. That means, oh my God, finally. She's screaming happiness. She's like, ooh, I can't believe what I'm reading, what I'm watching here, of course. This one here. Of Angela. Audio. It's not audio. So she's happy. But why are you? Okay, you are crazy. Yeah? You know, I will tell you the reality. I will tell you the reality. If it would have been, let's say, if it would have been tomorrow, if it would have been that lineup, you would have been happy as well. It's just one name that makes you happy. It's just one name that makes you happy. It's because Koopmeiners is not playing. That's the only thing. Because Koopmeiners is not playing, you're happy. I know how you are, guys. If I would have put Koopmeiners, only Koopmeiners, you would be with the strongest lineup. I would have put tomorrow, like whoever. Let's say this lineup. Wait, Miracle Bremer that comes back from injury tomorrow is ready to play immediately. With Gatti, Kalulu like that. Let's say at the moment the best midfield is this one. We know it. Thuram, Locatelli. I know that you like Conceição. So, really like this. If I would have put that lineup with Colomani as well, because let's say tomorrow he has a special pass, he can play. Okay. But I would have put Cope here, you would be pissed off. Now, I agree with you guys. I agree 100% with you. He doesn't deserve to play at the moment. He needs to come back to take care about himself. But let's not transform it in a huge big hate, because we are doing a big own auto goal. We are doing an own goal. If we start really to vomit every time the day before because he will come back into the lineup, it's not because tomorrow he doesn't play, and maybe he doesn't play against Empoli or Como that he will never come back. He's the player of this Juve. So if we start immediately Copa, we see him, we throw, we vomit, we don't go. That will be really problematic, I can tell you. So it's good that he's on the bench. It's good that he's not playing at the moment. Good that he rests, if it's the case, indeed. But hopefully we can come back really fast at a good level. Dai ragazzi, tomorrow it's a beautiful game. 3 hours of life. I knew it. That's why I don't start too early. Because when I start early, I'm not tired, so I go, and we go with lives of 3 hours, which is unacceptable. Dai ragazzi, maximum of likes. Grazie. Let me check. Attenzione, let me check here. Wait, before we close. Not our friend here, but this friend. Good. Dai. We close. Buonanotte a tutti, forza Juve. See you tomorrow.